Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby.
Hi, what's up?
I got something to tell you.
Mama told me the news today. My life would never be the same. I got down on my knees and prayed. My eyes began to fill with tears. Thought of you not being here. Losing you was always my biggest fear. I wasn't ready to say goodbye, so I put this here truck in drive. I went down them old back roads where we hunted for deer. Even checked out our old fishing hole where you gave me my first beer. I need one more chance to say what you mean to me, but I can't find the road to heaven. The summers I spent running wild and free. On the farm with you was the only place I wanted to be. Watching the sunset under the maple tree. You told me someday this house would be my home. Taught me how to be a man and do it on my own. Never thought you'd be gone so soon, not be here all alone, not be here all alone. I went down them old back roads where we hunted for deer. Even checked out our old fishing hole where you gave me my first beer. I need one more chance to say what you mean to me, but I can't find the road to heaven. I stopped by to see you today. Left a cold one on your grave beside you. I'll see you on the other side. I know you're up there flying high. I went down them old back roads where we hunted for deer. Even checked out our old fishing hole where you gave me my first beer. I need one more chance to say what you mean to me, but I can't find the road to heaven. I need one more chance to say what you mean to me, but I can't find the road to heaven.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Glick's House of Music. You guys know me. I am Glick. And if you don't, well, now you do. Glick's House of Music is brought to you by the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out on all the social medias. We are everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, X, and the old ticky-tacky. Don't forget you can join us live Monday through Sunday. We have live shows all week long on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We do the shows live, so we have the chatters box. We let you guys jump in and engage with us. We enjoy that interaction. And if you can't join us live, you can listen to us any place, anytime, wherever you listen to podcasts at. We are everywhere, all the major platforms, all at the Nonsensical Network, or you can simply follow us on bio.link, nonsensical Network. And all those links will be there. Give us a follow, give us a listen, and if you'd be so kind, give us a share. We started the show tonight with the song I Can't Find the Road to Heaven by our guest tonight, from TikTok fame to now absolutely taking over the music charts. And I hope I say his name right, because I've been trying to figure it out for a couple weeks. So without further ado, we're going to welcome Darion Ahonen up here. I fucked it up.
You was close. You was very close.
Yeah.
You was very close.
What's
Darion,
going on, man?
How you doing?
Ahonen.
You doing all right?
I knew it was Ahonen. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
Just another day in paradise, man. It's another day. Blessed to be on another podcast, man. I love doing these things.
I heard that. I do too many. Oh man, well, I'm glad you're here. It's good to have you, man. I think, and we're here because I want to talk about your music, but obviously, we can't have you on here without talking about, just a second. Just you kind of blew up on TikTok. You over 1 million followers. You're everywhere. You can't scroll a For You page without seeing you and your pops or your family, doing something crazy. To say I'm not a fan would be a lie. I mean, obviously, you scroll through and you catch something and you're like, man, I wish I could crack my dad in the head with a frying pan. But what made you change course and go from doing the TikTok skits and all that to wanting to do music?
So, I started on TikTok. It was 2017 or 2018. It was what made me go to even the social media period was I had 2 brain surgeries back in 2018 that nearly took my life away, which caused me not to be able to get a job, never be able to work a normal job. So really and truly, the only thing I had was social media. And I was scrolling on Facebook, and then I seen, TikTok. I was like, what the hell is a TikTok? Like, I don't know what this is. So I clicked on it, and I made the first account, and I did a rendition of the Kevin Hart Jumanji scene where it's like, I'm not getting water with a backpack on. And I did that. Of course, it got maybe 2 likes. Well, then my dad heard me, overdoing it. He's like, what the hell are you doing in there? I was like, I'm doing a TikTok, Dad. What do you mean what am I doing? I'm TikToking. And he was like, what the hell's a TikTok? So we did one where it was the Step Brothers thing. And it got 4,000 views. I was like, okay, hold on now. We might have something cooking here. And then we continued to do it, and then we did a Baby Shark video skit where it was just the goofiest skit ever. Basically, we get on there, we say Baby Shark, do, and Dad rolled through on an office chair going, and it took off. I mean, it had 4.6 million views overnight, and I was like, wow. I had maybe 800 followers, okay, maybe. And the next morning I wake up, I had 45.6K. I was like, okay. So kept going through TikTok, and then I lost that account. I had to make another one. Well, when I made the new one, I made it July 27th, 2020, and then July 27th, 2021, I hit 1 million. And that was strictly off of just dancing. I've been dancing since I was a kid, since I was 7 years old, and TikTok's led me to a lot. I mean, I got to be in the music video Grease for Lainey Wilson.
Okay. Nice.
We got to hang out with Lainey Wilson. My dad was also in it. He cooked for everybody. He was the grill. And but what led me to music was, and this is just all honesty, never thought I would do music. Honestly, I was kind of forced in the studio. My beautiful wife, Brittany Ahonen, she decided to send my live stream because I was singing Kid G, big fan of Kid G. And she sent it, and I was singing Dirt Road, and she sent it to Ty March, and he snuck in there, and he's like, oh, man, we got to get you in the studio. I was like, no, we don't. Not going in the studio. Not at all. I'm not a singer. I just like to sing for fun. And the next day, she was like, hey, we got to go to Nashville. I got to pick up some things for my friends, because most of her friends live in Tennessee. She's from Tennessee, so I was like, all right, bet. I'm not going to let you, ride to Nashville by yourself. Well, we pull up to this apartment, and I'm like, all right, are you going to go in? She's like, are you going to go in with me? I was like, all right, I mean, I can go in with you. It's your friend, I thought. And as soon as I walk up to the door, guess who answers the door? Ty March. As soon as they open the door, he's like, you ready to get in the studio? I was like, No, what? No, I'm not. So lo and behold, a man's pride was made. The story behind that was my dad actually wrote that song when he was 25 years old. Now he is 51. Of course, I do math. I suck at math. But he wrote that song. All I had was the first verse and the chorus, and we wrote the rest. And it hit 45,000 streams in less than a week, so it was pretty wild for me, because my dad was the rock star of the family. A lot of people know him by comedy. Probably everyone does, but I know him by him being a rock star. He was singing Aerosmith, just all the, great freaking metal bands and all that. Yeah, bro. He was.
Yeah.
And every time I look on stage, I'm like, damn, man, I want to be like that one day. And then, lo and behold, I'm doing music, and he's like, slow down there, Scooter. You can't do music just in a day. I'm like, well, I'm already in it now, buddy. 45,000 streams. I mean, I ain't got a choice.
Yeah, I kind of am doing music in a day. That's wild. You just kind of get thrown into it.
Yeah, literally forced. I was tricked. I was tricked into it.
Hey, I mean, you got to do what makes you happy at the end of the day. And if you're enjoying doing it and you're having some success with it, man, just fucking run with it. I wanted to ask you, you said you had the TikTok ban, and I think everybody who's been on TikTok knows how that goes. Because I've been there. Where our podcast page is permanently banned from going live on there, and I still don't know why.
Boy,
but
bans on TikTok, man.
Yeah,
this is where it's gonna get.
Yeah, I basically give up with that app. I'm like, yeah, we have it. But yeah, it's an unnecessary evil, or a necessary evil. We got to have it to promote the show and stuff like that. But that's about all I'm using it for. But when you started up your new account, did you find it hard to start to grow that following again, especially when you transitioned away from the comedy and started doing dancing and stuff?
So when I went to when I got rid, well, I got locked out of that account, my original, and it's out there floating the surface. I don't put it underneath a no name, that way no one knows what it's called, because there's some cringy ass videos on there you don't want to see. But when I started the new page, I thought it was like, I was like, this is game over, like starting from scratch. I had 122K on my original, so I was doing all right. And so I linked up with this guy, and he was another dancer, and he already had like freaking 4.6 million followers. He was a dancer that we knew, from back in the day. Well, he started to, give me the ropes on how to grow on TikTok, and come to find out, he wouldn't help me grow. He was suffocating all my views and making sure that basically I didn't grow at all. But he wanted to use me for his videos so he could get out there.
Yeah.
And because everyone knew me from comedy. I mean, I was already a staple on TikTok. Everyone knew me. So, like, when I started the new page, I ended up diverting from him. I had maybe, I think, 400K at this time. And I did a dance to a Houston, Texas song, that Fofos I'm Tripping, Wood Grain I'm Gripping. I did that.
Yeah.
I did that, and I ended up, like, overnight. I woke up the next day and I had death threats. People were dragging me, duetting it, stitching it, saying we're gonna crucify this man in the street. This isn't the Houston Texan way. And I was like, bro, like I just did a dance. I mean, wow, what's going on here? Damn thing had 4.6 million views of people just straight hating, just going off on it. And it was like, so I went I went on there and I did an apology. I was like, hey, I'm just a dancer. I was having fun. I liked the song. It was no disrespect towards, Houston, Texas. And that got 1.1 million views by itself. So like I kind of knew that I was like, okay, TikTok's loving me right now. So we ended up doing it was an off the cuff video. My mom was just getting home from work, and she come in there. I was like, hey, I need you to react to this video. And she's like, what is it? I was like, I'm a dance. She's like, what can I see? I was like, no, that's the part of you reacting.
Yeah.
So I danced, and we posted that. It was Leave the Door Open. And that damn thing, I'd be damned if it didn't hit 6.6 million views overnight. So, like, granted, I had 400K followers. Now I'm jumping ship. Like I think I gained 1 million in 3 weeks. I was up to 1 million.
You're like got a goddamn TikTok golden thumb, man.
Yeah, man, I mean, it all came so quick, bro. Like so quick, and I wasn't ready. I was honestly nervous because, like, my dad was like, you're gonna have to change like the way you act now. You're gonna have to like carry a certain image and all that. And it's like you're nervous, right? Because you live every day. Just I'll tell you today, like I was in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, freaking trailer, living life. I'm nothing special, but it's just like people look at you like you're this role model. I'm over like. I literally play 2K at night, like any other person. So, like, I'm not nobody special, but it has its perks, man, and I love it. I do. I can't say that I don't enjoy when, getting noticed. It just feels so weird because I don't look at myself as any type of person. I'm like, yeah, I'm Darren. Don't call me famous. Just call me Darren.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Don't call me famous. I don't like the word famous at all. I don't.
Just a regular guy doing regular things.
Just having fun, man. Just living
I mean,
life.
that's the unfortunate downside, though, when you do get so many followers and you do have so many eyes on you and ears on you. You got to kind of, you got to change. You got to change a little bit. It's not necessarily for the bad, but you can't always be doing the crazy shit that you might be doing when there's not over 1 million eyes on you, at any given time, or God forbid, like any of these other celebrities, you see them out in public and they act a fool, and everybody nowadays, what the first thing they do, I'm grabbing my cell phone, I'm going to record this. We got TikTok star Darren smacking a waiter, at the IHOP.
Bro, like, it's crazy that you said it because, like, I think it was me and my boys, and we were this was like right after I kind of like started blowing up, and we were in a drive-through, and my boys, they like to joke around, and they said they took the girl, I think he said you're pretty as hell, and like out of nowhere, like I didn't say nothing. I was in the driver's seat. She obviously knew it wasn't me, but she posted it, and she's like, "If y'all ever meet, hey, it's Darren. He is rude." I'm like, well, I didn't say this, It's like, bro, like you're not gonna pin this on me like I said it, because anyone that's met me, and my main thing is if you met me in real life, I want you to realize that who you see on camera is who you're gonna get in real life. There is no different persona. There is no, oh no, don't touch me, don't no, we're not doing videos. If someone notices me in public, I want you to come up to me and be like, hey, can we do a video? Yeah, of course, because I had that time where I met a celebrity that I looked up to and did some pretty, I would say, rude stuff so we were in Los Angeles, and I'm not going to say his name because, I'm not about that bash and shit, but I will say what happened. So I'm in Los Angeles, and we're doing a collab with a bunch of people down there, some really great people like Johnny Huff and Devontae Casa, like they're great dancers, amazing people, and we go to this dude's house, and I didn't know whose it was. I just seen, like, of course I knew it was someone big because I seen Lambos, I seen Teslas, freaking all kinds of shit. And I'm like, okay, this is a little rich for my blood.
I'm not used to it.
I'm already feeling out of place. Like, I'm like, I don't know about this. So I walk in, and I didn't know who it was. Well, dude comes down the stairs, and lo and behold, it's a dude that I really look up to. An amazing dancer, and he's funny. And I'm like, oh, shit, like, yo. But I didn't try, like, when you meet someone that you look up to, you don't want to put off the persona of, like, a fanboy, or you don't want to weird them out. So it's like, what up, bro? How you doing? Just cool shrug, whatever. And we started dancing. Well, he was recording me dancing, turning me up. I was like, yeah, bro, like, get in the middle. I went to pull out my phone, and no shit, this dude said, hey, man, that's going to be $1,000. You can get the hell out of my house.
Yo.
I said, what? I said, what? I said, bro, I don't need to be in this damn house anyways, bro. I wasn't even told I was coming here. Like, I was mad, bro, because, like, you recorded me. I didn't say nothing. But, I pulled out my phone and recorded you. You're going to charge me $1,000 for it? Like, what is that about?
Out your damn mind, man. Yeah, no, that's... I think that's cool. I think that's important for people to try to still stay true to who they are. and I tell people that all the time. The guy you see on camera is the exact same guy you're going to get in real life. You know, my poor fiance has to deal with this asshole 24/7. I'm the same guy. I come up with the most random, ridiculous stuff, and I just say it. There's no filter between my brain and my mouth. So, you know, and I want to, and that's really cool. And that's one thing, getting to talk to you guys and getting to talk to, you know, up and coming musicians, is to hear a lot of you are saying that same thing. You know, I'm just me. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just a guy doing, or a lady just doing what I love. You know, having fun, having a good time, and trying to enjoy life, especially being young. Because I'm assuming you're probably in your 20s, early 20s. Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
26. I just turned 26 in July.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Appreciate you, man. No,
Yeah.
like music, man, it's crazy because, like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of people have been hating. Like, a lot of people. And hence the reason why I have a track coming out called Country with Some Seasoning. I was always going to stick to, you know, because my songs, and a lot of people don't understand this, and a lot of people want, you know, the whole Morgan Wallen and all that stuff. And that, like, I love Morgan Wallen too.
Yeah.
But, like, my songs, you can listen to a song and they'll be like, oh, it's a good song, right? I like that song. I can vibe with it. I can rock with it. But if you feel a song, if you can really tell, like, hear the emotion, you can picture the story, I just feel like that's way deeper than just listening to a song when you can feel it. And that's what a lot of my songs are. It's like, I want you to feel, you know, I want you to be able to close your eyes and picture the story, you know, and that's one of the things that I try to target the most when it comes to doing a song like Can't Find the Road to Heaven. She's the One, which was written about my fiance, or my wife. Fiance. So you got me saying fiance. My wife. And, like, it's just those things, you know, that's kind of my goal with music. And to be honest with you, I want to travel, you know, I want to do music on the road, I want to perform, but at the end of the day, man, I just enjoy doing it. You know, if a time comes where someone wants me on stage, of course I'll do it. But I will tell you firsthand, I am not a professional singer. I am still learning. I haven't found my sound yet, but I'm working on it. So
yeah.
But you're not going to get better if you don't just, you know, try. You don't practice.
Right, exactly. You gotta hone your craft. And that's one thing that because, you know, I like to talk about upcoming guests, and you know, we have a network here, and 4 of the networks on the show I currently host. So I'm on here 4 nights a week.
Wow.
And that's one of the things that when I was telling people about you coming up and about your music, because you can tell he's not a professional singer,
right,
but he's learning and he's getting his craft there. But the songs you've written, I enjoy. And like you said, I'm a musician, or not a musician. I'm a music fan. I listen to all genres of music, eras. I literally, I mean, you get in my car and plug in, you know, playlist or something like that. You might hear Pac it might go from Pac to Kenny Rogers to Backstreet Boys to Cher.
You sound like my karaoke. That's my DJing right there, man. I'm a spread, and I think that where mine comes from is dancing. You know, when you're a dancer, and I hate when people are like, oh, you can only dance like Usher or something like that. Like, no, bro, you can dance to anything. You just gotta have rhythm with that music. If you sit there and don't think, like, I can do a whole dance to Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. You know, but that's the one thing people miss is dancing's an art. It's not really just you're limited to hip hop or you're limited to R&B. No, bro, you can dance to anything. You just gotta have rhythm. You gotta know art, and my art for dancing, I worked on it for 17 years. You know, so it's nothing new that, you know, that for me to have to hone my craft or have to figure it out, because I've always, you know, I'm self-taught at dancing. No one taught me how to dance. Yeah. I just self-taught myself. I watched YouTube and perfected it. And singing, I'm not gonna lie to you, singing's a little bit harder. But at the end of the day, you know, I've been able to link up with some amazing people, you know, having Ty March and Kingery and Joe Tyler and my dad and Sean Parrish, just, you know, all these people kind of helped me out and kind of guide me through it. It's helped me a lot, you know, it really has.
I think that's all. Ultimately, I think that's the other good thing is aligning yourself with the right people and having the right people in your corner that are, that have good things for you. You know, they're not trying to use you, not trying to take advantage for you. They're actually trying to guide you down the right path and give you the proper help and assistance that you need. You know, that's always, you know, important, especially when you're not necessarily quote unquote a professional singer, whatever that is these days, because I've heard people that have putting out music that have no business anywhere near a studio.
Haven't we all? Haven't we all? And it really is crazy because most of those songs go viral. Most of them do, and it's just, that's just the world we live in today. It's like silly shit's gonna go viral, and whether it's a song, it could be, you know, "Kiss My Ass" over and over again 7 times, and the song goes viral. It's like, bro, it's a kick to it's a kick to the people that are trying to make something out of it. It's a kick to our face, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, like, okay, I'm just gonna keep trying, and, you know, hopefully you always hope for that one song to pop off, and I think with the one I got coming out, Country with Some Season, I think it's really going to show people, like, because I get drugged a lot for not being country. That's their whole thing. Oh, this man's not country. Okay, well, first of all, I live in a trailer in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, in the country. We have horses. We have we ride 4-wheelers. We mud. We, you know, do everything known to man. I grew up in the country. So it's crazy for me because people look at my persona. Yeah, I have earrings and necklaces and all that. But they're like, oh, this man ain't country. And it just stuck with me right there. It's like, y'all think it's crazy how nowadays if you put on Wrangler jeans, camo hat, and a cowboy boots, all of a sudden you country as hell. That's wild to me. That's wild to me because if and I say this a lot, if you really know country, you know country from your roots. It's not what you wear. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not anything about that. It's how you were raised, where you grew up at. You were born into it. You can't just go, oh, yep, I'm country all of a sudden. Because you go on there, you go on TikTok, and, like, I've seen it before, you know. Men be like, oh, you know, I'm country down to my roots. And then you go back to her other videos and they're listening to, like, the baby and sagging pants and all this. I'm like, yeah. Morgan Wallen came around and you decided to be country. That's what happened. Okay, I got you.
No, yeah, exactly. like you said in the chat, like a uniform, man. No, you know, I grew up in Podunk, Ohio. I was born and raised in Podunk, Ohio, out in the middle of nowhere. You know, I'm also a lot older, but I wear regular jeans. I wear boots. Hell, I still wear them to this day. You know, but in the summertime, I'm wearing cargo shorts and a freaking t-shirt and some flip flops, or, you know, if it's football season or something, I'm wearing jerseys and sweatpants half the time. But it's not what you wear, and I call them a bunch of Morgan Wallen llamas because that's what these dudes look like. They look like if Morgan Wallen, and I like Morgan Wallen. Excuse me. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me. But it looks like if Morgan Wallen had sex with a llama, you would get these goofy ass little kids running around with their pit vipers on and their squatted trucks. And I'm like, wait a damn minute. If your truck was squatted back in my day, it was because you blew your springs out, or, you know, your shocks were bad. You didn't do that shit on purpose.
You sit down to pee. That's the main thing. That's one. Like, I can't. Don't get me wrong. I can't say I'm against it. You know, I really can't say that. But all I can say is it's like, leave the truck the way it is. You know, put on some nice ass damn rims, tires, or whatever, and leave it the way it is. It don't have to be squatted because, first of all, I'm short, okay? I'm 5'8". If my truck pointed at the sky, what the hell am I looking at? You know, I'm running over everybody in the thing. Everybody. I'm running over everybody on the highway. Like, I can't drive it, and I've gotten in one. You know, I've actually drove one. I'm like, bro, like, how the hell you see the road? Can't see nothing, bro. It's like, I get it in style.
You can't see shit except for the sky. No, I don't think, you know, being country is what you wear or anything like that. I mean, hell, I got a 19-year-old daughter, and some of the boys she brought through here that thought they were country, I was like, I would like to take you back home for 5 minutes. And yeah, I want to put you in a barn and put you to work. You wouldn't last 5 minutes chucking hay, you know, like let's go hunting. You know, it's not a it's not a fashion statement. It's a way of life, you know, and it's the same way with being from the city. You know, some people they just that's where they're, you know, that's their thing. They can get around the city, they function in the city. Me personally, I live in a small town city because it's quote unquote a big city, but or a bigger city, but it's still got a small town country feel because it started out as a small town, middle of nowhere. And that's about borderline for me. Like, thankfully, it still has that small town feel. But man, some of these guys are I say kids because I'm a grumpy old man these days.
I mean, you nailed it right there. It's not a fashion statement. Country is, you're born with it, bro. You're born with it. You're not. Is my wife in here? That's crazy. How you doing?
She said you're barely taller than your daughter.
I'm taller than her completely. She's the one. No, our daughter is actually growing taller than her, but she don't admit that though. So like, for people out there that think, and that's what my whole I think the song I'm dropping is really just going to epitomize what you just said, just because of the simple fact that's the first line is "Thank you, country, because you're wearing cowboy boots." Haha, that's funny, real cute. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't stand it because you're over here hating on me, saying that I'm not country, but you ain't going after all these other people that are just throwing on a Bass Pro hat and Wrangler jeans, saying, "Oh, I'm from Oklahoma." No, bro, no. Like, you can't just up and say, "Okay, I'm gonna be country," just like you can't up and decide, say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna be city." You're just born with it. Your accent, everything's gonna tell it. Like, you can't hide it. It's the way you were born. It is completely.
It's all about your upbringing. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. You know, I chuckle because, you know, you see these guys go into like Boot Barn or something and buy, you know, $500 pair of fucking ostrich boots, and my and I'm like, those aren't even practical because I you know, I don't own a pair of quote unquote cowboy boots that aren't dirty or creased or, you know, the toes aren't scuffed off because I'm a blue collar worker by trade. And, you know, the tips of my toes aren't scuffed or, you know, or when I take my boots off, they don't lean. I got one pair of boots that don't lean because those are my dress up boots.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I see these boys, I'm like, damn, you spent your whole ass paycheck on a pair of ugly ass boots. Yeah, but they're ostrich. Yeah, okay, but I mean, they're pink.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's like,
I do got wonky boots.
I can't say nothing about that. Like I said, I can't say nothing about that because I got a pair of $8,000 shoes in my closet right now. I can't say nothing about that.
Christ.
Now, I didn't pay that, of course, but like, I didn't realize they're that much until I looked at the market because I'm, you know, looking at, they're holy grails. I mean, Yeezy, you know, Kanye got canceled by Yeezy, so like we're able, you know, all the Yeezy shot up. Well, I got the 750 Black Pirates that are no longer available anywhere. So for me, the whole Boot Barn situation, like, it's I chuckle, I laugh at it. Now, my first pair of boots were handed down to me, and the reason, I guess I'll answer the reason why I don't wear boots. For one, you can't moonwalk, you can't dance, you can't cut like I do in boots, all right? And I'll tell you why, because I already did it. I was on my front porch, and I was dancing to Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. And I destroyed the bottom of those boots so bad that we had to repaint the deck because it was a black tar, like it was black everywhere. There's scuff marks just everywhere. Yeah. And it was like, okay, like obviously I can't dance in boots. Well, that's why I don't wear boots. Okay, that's why I wear Air Forces or I wear shoes because the style of dancing I do, a lot of them, a lot of like spins, I do on my toes. Mm-hmm. And everyone knows if you do a spin on your toes and boots, guess what? You breaking it. I mean, it's game over. Like, you're not breaking it.
You're busting your ass, whether they're the pointy toes or the round tip or the square tip toe. Yeah, you're busting your ass. And most boots, in all honesty, you know, I wear the ones I have are out of comfort. You know, I wear them for work and stuff like that. But there's no tread on the bottom. There's no traction. Don't let the ground be wet or snow or anything like. I'm busting my ass if I'm not careful. If I'm not paying attention, I'm eating shit. The bottom line is I'm 100% 100% eating shit because there's no track. I mean, you lift up the bottom of my boots and it's just a racing slick. And that's how they came.
That's like, so funny story. I had a wedding and I went up there.
Did you have the parachute pants? Lucky wants to know.
No, I didn't have the baggy pants. I did have, now hold on, I did have some highlighter, like green, like they were kind of baggy, but they wasn't like MC Hammer pants. But I did have those on. So like it was really it was just a funny video, honestly. It was hilarious. But I think the funniest thing is I had a wedding, and it was my sister's wedding, and this is actually the first. This is actually, I think it's like very close to the time me and my wife actually made it official dating, which it took us a while, which I'll tell you why after this. But they wanted me to wear boots.
Yeah.
Granted, I was like, okay, I ain't got no boots. So we went to Boot Barn. I didn't go in there and buy $500 boots. No, I did not.
Yeah. No.
I went and got some Lorettos, some black Lorettos and they had nickel. They had the nickel tip. Well, I get to the wedding. They're like, hey, we want you to do like a dance. I'm like, a what? Like a dance, just kind of do it like vibe because they're playing Fishing in the Dark. I was like, okay, like, I can do something slight. Well, I didn't know that the nickel would have ended up being my worst nightmare because I do a thing where I jump up and do a pin drop, and basically your leg comes down and it relies on your toe to bounce back up. So I did this huge up in the air pin drop. Go through the whole night, right? And then we go to get undressed. I'm like, my jeans are wet. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't spill nothing. I'm not lying to you, man. I looked at my leg. It was blood just everywhere. My jeans were soaked in blood. It's where the nickel then cut into my skin when I went into that pin drop. So, again, that's why I don't wear boots a lot. I can't dance in them. And anytime I go anywhere that I know I'm going out, someone's going to try to ask me to dance. That's why I don't wear boots. I just can't. I'm going to end up hurting myself if I keep doing it. So,
that's it. I'm not a dancer. I'm 6'2", 300 pounds. I used to go to the club and dance. That was the extent of my dance. And it's not because I can't dance. I can't do what you're doing or what any of these other dances are, but I can lead with it and rock with it. I can do the 1-2 step. I can do all that stuff. Cupid shuffle and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not a dancer by no means, but I'm also not jumping up in the air and doing splits or tiptoeing around.
the thing is like a lot of people don't like. I've actually slowed down on dancing, and I know people are gonna hate to hear this. Your body eventually starts to hurt when you do all these moves, especially the type of moves.
43 years old, trust me. I can tell you my body.
Yeah, you get a lot of wear and tear, like especially the lean back that I do. Like my back kills me every day. It's just like a lot of people don't realize. Oh, you stopped dancing. No, I just slowed down because I'm not trying to be in a wheelchair by the time I'm 50. That's why. Because it's always good to stay active. Excuse me. It's always good to stay active. Don't get me wrong. It's always good to stay active. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of your body. And I'm the world's worst at it. My wife will tell you. All right. I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat fruit. I don't like a lot of things in this world. So I try to stay active. I try to keep, mobility because at the end of the day, if I don't, bro, I'm telling you right now, I will be stiff and a grumpy ass old man. I'm not lying to you. I'll be that old man to be sitting on his bed getting pissed off at children for getting on my lawn. That's just what it is. that's the road we're heading to if I don't stay active. All right, I'm not gonna.
No, I feel when I was younger, I played football. I did a lot of physical sports. I was also a bit of a heathen. Got into a lot of fights when I was younger. I bounced for years. So sometimes I got in fights because I had nothing better to do. Other nights it was because I was working and it was my job. And now I'm 43 years old, and there's not a morning I don't wake up where something is not hurting. And it's just like.
You ever wake up those mornings just pissed off at the word because you woke up?
I've done that. Yeah, I was telling the guys the other night, we were talking about horror stories of throwing our backs out. Brian from Talking Shit popped into one of our shows. I know you were on there with them a few weeks back. He popped into our Saturday night show, and he said that he threw his back out that week. And I said, bro, I don't want to hear it. You know, he said all I did was like slightly bend over to give my dog a hug. He's got these great big huskies. I was, I don't want to hear shit. I threw my back out for 2 weeks. All I did was walk down the hallway and fart. He said,
That's
no.
the thing. That's the thing, man. That's like it's crazy to talk about football because a little bit about me. I've always been the kid that was doubted. You know, even when it came to dancing, a lot of people would sit there and be like, "Oh, you're not gonna do nothing with it," and then you blow up with it, and people are like those same people will come to you and be like, "Oh, bro, you trying to hang out? You know, I got, you know, we can." I'm like, I've always been doubted, and the fact that you speak of football, I was a very big football player. I love playing football. I played for 7 years, and I won't never forget it. My middle school coach, he sit there and basically told my mom that I was too little to play football. That's what he told her. He's like, he's too little. So the first game, no shit, I wore a Bud Hudson helmet. A Bud Hudson helmet. I was that small. I was 4'3". All right, 4'3" in the middle school. So I wore a Bud Hudson helmet, and my very first game, I got 16 tackles on a field goal block.
Nice.
And that dude looked at me. The coach looked at me and said, "Didn't say nothing the rest of the didn't say nothing the rest of the season. Nothing." He said, and then come to find out, like when awards came, I got biggest heart that year because over all the doubt, you know, and that's always been something, man. Like even when I went to the brain surgery, doctors were like, "Yeah, you're gonna be down 6 months to a year. You know, most people it might take a little longer." Dude, I walked out of the hospital in 2 weeks later. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was dancing. You know, it's just like I've always been doubted. That's why I think with this music and how much hate I'm getting, how much people are not liking it. Every time I tend to get hate, I tend to prove people wrong, and that's what I think drives me to continue. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been moments where you know the "When You Save Me" song, that song almost didn't release. I went to sing it, and I just wasn't happy with it. You know, I wasn't. It just didn't have what I wanted in it, and I was like, and my dad told me he's like he didn't like it. My wife said, you know, it could have been better. You know, just a lot of things like just wasn't clicking. And I just didn't even like. I was about to give up. I was like, man, if I sound that bad, then I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
But we went back. Ty kind of gave me like a pep talk, like, bro, go in there and sing from your heart. You know, this is a song about you to God. You know, sing like you're singing to God. So I did. And it turned out to be one of a fan favorite songs. It's like one of those songs that I told you about, like closing your eyes and feeling.
Mm-hmm.
That would be one of those songs. When You Save Me is it's all about me. It's my story. And a lot of people don't realize that. They're like, oh, it's just a song about God. No, bro, if you listen to it and you hear the words and the lyrics, it's about me. That's exactly what that is. Yeah. It's literally about me. And the coolest thing about that song is the chorus of that song is actually the prayer I said while I was in the hospital bed.
Oh, wow. Damn. Nice.
Yeah, bro.
No, that's the thing, man. That's the thing I appreciate about real songwriters is I've always been a fan of songs that tell stories. And that's good to have your pops and your wife in your corner going, yeah, that wasn't good, because you don't want them bullshitting you and be like, yeah, oh yeah, that's great. When something sounds like shit, you want them to be like, yo, you can do better. This don't sound good. You know, get back in there and do it again. Do it 100 times if you have to.
My dad was hard on me, man. I mean, here's the thing, like, my dad is a phenomenal singer. Okay, phenomenal. He's got music out. He's got one called She Wants to Rock. He's got a whole album out with his old band called Up From Ashes. The album's called Monster Inside. He is a phenomenal singer. I was a phenomenal dancer. Dad was a phenomenal singer. That's just kind of how it played out. Well, when I went to do that song, A Man's Pride, we had to sit down and talk, because he would be like, dude, you sound like shit. That's terrible. I don't know why this was recorded. But at the end of the day, it wasn't him. He finally sat me down and he told me, he's like, I'm not trying to be hard on you. I just know I know you want to do better, and I'm trying to help you. He said, my criticism might be a little tough, but at the end of the day, it's because, I spent 25 years trying to be great at singing, and you go one day and put a song out that gets 45,000 streams. He's like, yeah, it's jealousy a little bit, but at the end of the day, I still want you to be better. So that's the main thing, is like with singing, and especially getting all the hate. It's like, man, like, you hate on me, but at the end of the day, I wasn't even supposed to be here. 2018, I wasn't supposed to make it through. So I'm gonna take every time I wake up, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna use it to the fullest. And there's stress involved. I mean, there's all kinds of things, but at the end of the day, man, I just got to keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that you do, and you're given a second chance at life, man. There ain't no fear of failure. You just fucking do it and see what happens. I want to address some of these comments over here in the chatters box. Um, so Brittany said you made the news for being a flower girl.
Flower man. Okay, that was a wedding. All right. So the funny thing about that was,
man, I'm a man and I have flowers.
Yeah, we did the dance because that was the thing. They wanted it to be different. All right. So we did the dance. Me and my boy, he's in the Navy. And they was like, we want you to be the flower man. I was like, ain't usually girls. I was like, no, we're going to do it different. We want y'all to be the flower man. So we did it. Next thing you know, I wake up. I think it was the next week. I'm on News Channel 5.
Oh, jeez.
This damn thing didn't hit. I posted it. I didn't check it until like a week later. Damn thing done hit 10.1 million views. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is bad. I'm over here like we're just doing goofy. Like I'm not even being serious about dance. We're just doing goofy. I think I did a little two-step move, which my wife taught me how to two-step. I know a dancer gets taught how to two-step. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, I woke up and then we're on News Channel 5. I'm like, are you serious? Like this made News Channel 5. I've been trying to get on the news all my life, and all I had to do was be a flower man, and now I'm on the news. Wow.
It was flowers.
Talking about line dance. Hey, you know what? I've done a little line dancing with the grannies. Brittany said she taught you how to two-step and line dance. So there's Brittany. How you doing, Miss Brittany?
Good. He had a girl.
I was not a girl. It was a fanny pack with flowers in it.
I have it out there. I used to bounce at there was a big club that I bounced at. And this is one of these crazy concepts. They do them here in the States. They do it as well here in the States. Like the line dancing is like they have people that are in like line dancing groups on social media, and they meet up at all these places. But one of the clubs I bounced at, and it was also one of our favorite hangouts. This club was crazy because if you're looking at the building and you walk in on the right side, like a hip hop dance club. But once you're inside the club, if you go through these saloon style doors, it's a big country bar, and it's got a big dance floor for line dancing and everything like that. And then you go a little bit to the back corner and you go upstairs, and there's a damn karaoke bar. Well, if you go down the stairs out the back door, there's a fucking tiki bar out there. It's just a crazy place that had like all these different concepts all going on in one big location. And it was out. The tiki bar was outside.
In a building, Broadway in a building in Nashville. That's Broadway.
Oh yeah, it was an old warehouse. And this club, now the club's shut down because it was in a bad part of town. And let's be honest, it was a bit of a rough place at times.
Yeah.
But man, it was wild to see people going back and forth from the countryside to the hip hop side. Oh, that's my song. Oh, that's my song, and everybody moving back and forth. But I got out there a few times because before the bar opened or the club opened, they would do tutorial line dances. So you could come in a little bit early if you were going to line dance that night, and get a tutorial on how to do them properly. Yeah, I was down there a few times dancing with the grannies on Sunday because Sunday afternoons were old. Well, they're like, well, we don't really need bouncers for the old people, but you can come in if you want, and we'll pay you. And I'm like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, that's like they have it. So here it's in Clarksville, Tennessee. They have a place called EC, and they do like the whole line dancing deal. And my wife, she was like big on EC. Of course, we don't go there no more because I got kicked out of my bachelor party. We're not gonna talk about it.
It happens. It happens.
Well, it wasn't like something that I did. It was, I don't know if you know him, but his name's Hulkarella. And he's a big guy. I mean, huge. He's a police officer. He's huge, big, buff guy. And someone racially profiled him. Well, I didn't take too kind to it because he was in my wedding. I was like, nah, bro. Like, So we ended up having it out with some people there. They're like security, and I told them, I was like, bro, like, you are racist. You know, it blew up. All right. So I got kicked out. My bachelor party was destroyed. But EC is one of those places where you go and they have like the line dancing classes on Thursday. And then first time I went there, she was trying to get me to do what was that thing called? I forgot it. It wasn't the watermelon crawl, the other one. Big line dance. It's huge. It's known everywhere.
Lord, I haven't been in so long.
Can't think of it. Oh, what's it called? No. Anyways, huge line dance. And she's like, get out here and do it. I was like, I don't know this. She's like, it's easy. And believe it or not, like, I don't know if it's because I have like so much, you know, recognition with choreo and doing dance moves that I caught on to them so quick. Yeah. I mean, and then I started doing my own stuff to it, and then people would follow me and start doing that instead of the real line dance. It's like, it's wild, it's fun, but at the end of the day, it's just like, I can't remember what it's called, man. It's a very known line dance, probably the biggest one ever. They play it everywhere, every country bar. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't. Dude, it's probably been
Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road.
What is it?
Copperhead Road. That's what.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Copperhead Road. That was the very first line dance I ever learned.
First one. Yeah. No, I was never big into line dancing. I would do it. I just wanted to. If I was in the mood to dance, I just wanted to dance and do my thing. I do want to take a real quick break here. You've been talking about Ty quite a bit, and you got a couple songs on your couple of different YouTube platforms with them. I want to play one real quick. It's actually you, Ty, and Kylie. I think I said his name right.
Kylie Reader.
Yeah, Kylie Reader. Whiskey Heart. I like this song. This is a cool song. I'm saving the other one for the end of the night on purpose because I want to get a little backstory on that one. I know you. I'm assuming you wrote it for your wife, but
I did.
Yeah.
2 a.m. Actually, 2 a.m.
Jeez. But yeah, let's take a little break. I want to play Whiskey Heart. You, Ty, what is it? Ty March, and Kylie Reader.
Yep.
Guys, I'll team up and do a little something here together. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Enjoy.
Sitting here at a stop sign, wondering should I turn around or give it the green light. Bet you shooting down Patron with your girlfriends, dancing in the neon, spinning around with some other man. 80 proof, don't get me drunk no more, don't get you off my mind. Typed it out and then deleted, only chasing double lines. Might just pull off at the Exxon for a 6 of Miller Lite instead of going out tonight. Losing you tore me apart. Now the whiskey burns my heart. Got me driving through the pain. Baby, I'm tired of switching lanes. Should I go to the bar? Should I go back home? Tore our picture off the dash and threw it out the window. There's a 50-50 chance I'll see you out with someone new. Fifth of Jack in a cabinet, I'ma drain me over you. Cause you can't break this whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart. Could be shooting some 8-ball, but now I'm shooting shots on the porch and stumbling down the hall. If you get too drunk, baby, you're on your own. Thinking I'm a ghost if you try to blow up my phone. One day I laugh at the heartache. One day I smile at the pain. At the bottom of the bottle ain't no heartbreak. Whiskey, come and take it all away. Losing you tore me apart. Now the whiskey burns my heart. Got me driving through the pain. Baby, I'm tired of switching lanes. Should I go to the bar? Should I go back home? Tore our picture off the dash and threw it out the window. There's a 50-50 chance I'll see you out with someone new. Fifth of Jack in a cabinet, I'ma drain me over you. Cause you can't break this whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart. whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart.
Faded off that Tennessee, don't want you anymore. I'm done replaying that moment you walked out that door. Someday he gon' call me up and say I see it now. You're so pretty till your daddy issues come around. He gon' fade you out.
Losing you tore me apart. Now the whiskey burns my heart. Got me driving through the pain. Baby, I'm tired of switching lanes. Should I go to the bar? Should I go back home? Tore our picture off the dash and threw it out the window. There's a 50-50 chance I'll see you out with someone new. Fifth of Jack in a cabinet, I'ma drain me over you. Cause you can't break this whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart. You can't break this whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart. You can't break this whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart. You can't break this whiskey heart. You ain't gonna break my whiskey heart.
And there we go, a little whiskey heart with Ty, Darion, and Kylie. That's a great song, man. I like that song.
Thank you.
I'm just over here reading comments as I'm watching. It's not a bachelor party unless you almost get to jail. I can't say that I almost went to jail because fortunately I was at my my main place, the club I worked in, the club we frequented on a regular basis. However, things did get a little crazy and weird. And I did wind up breaking my nose that night.
I can't say I did that. I can't say I did that. I almost broke someone else's nose, but I didn't break mine.
My broken nose is 100% my doing. I may or may not have blacked out and fell face first into a bathtub. So my now ex-wife, a week or two later when we got married, was not happy because I still had two big black eyes.
Whiskey Heart almost didn't happen. It really did not. We had that song. So we had that song for a whole year before we even put it out. Like, it was supposed to release last year. It was supposed to release last year, and we just could not figure out how we wanted it to sound. And I wasn't even supposed to be on the track. I wasn't even planning to be on the track. Ty called me when him and Kylie were out there, and there's like, Ty called me. He's like, you trying to be on this track? I was like, what track? He's like, Whiskey Heart. I was like, I thought that was you and Kylie. He's like, no, man, I need you on the track. I was like, all right. And he's like, well, write your verse. I was like, okay. So I wrote it, went in there, and to believe it or not, that's my dad's favorite one of me singing. He loves the way I sing that. And that was a big thing for me, but the bad thing for me is I cannot copy it. Like, I cannot figure out how I did it that night. I really can't. It's just like, he's like, that's your sound. I'm like, cool. I can't go do it again. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, I think what you'll realize is, when you're trying to do something and you're trying to get that, I'm sure it's the same way with like a dance move. Like if you hit a dance move a certain way and you're like, shit, how did I do that? And you keep trying. The moment you're like, fuck it, it's not gonna. That's gonna be that time when you really lock in and hone in on your voice. By the way, this is Glick's House of Music, and we got Darion Ahonen in here with us, hanging out tonight. We're talking about his music career that just started, thanks to his wife. She said that Ty is the best friend you didn't know you needed.
That's facts.
Amen.
That's facts, man. Ty's a good man, bro. I'm really thankful that I ran in. I got that connection with Ty because he's so. I gotta give him props where the props is due because he's so just creative. That man can take a drum beat, just a drum run, and just make it into a whole song just out of the drums.
Oh wow!
So like, his brain and the way he produces so quick. He's probably one of the fastest ones I've ever seen do it. Honestly, I mean, he really is. He's quick. He is one of those. You play one thing on the guitar, he gonna make it into a whole song.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's just natural.
Yeah, bro, he's incredible. He's incredible.
Don't judge me either, Leggy. Look, things happen when you're really hammered. Brittany says you got a song with. Is it with your dad, Kingery, and Ty? You guys haven't released yet?
Yeah, yeah. Probably.
She's dropping all the exclusive.
we don't know exactly. It's a beautiful song. It's an awesome song. It's called When the Sun Goes Down, and we just haven't figured out when we're gonna release it. It hasn't even been talked about. Right now he's doing more songs and I'm doing more songs. I got I think 6 songs about to come out over the next couple months. So like I'm always, and it's crazy because I'm starting to feel the same passion for singing as I was dancing. And for me, it's like, I don't know, it might just be me, but there's other musicians out there. I hope you can relate. But I would be doing the most randomest shit. Like I could be riding down the road and a whole song pop in my head of just lyrics and I have to write them down. And
I think,
yeah, it happens.
I think it happens to a lot. I think it happens to a lot of songwriters. I like to share the story. One of my first guests that I had on here, the Southern Outlaws band, they were telling a story. They were all at a Mexican restaurant, and Arliss, the lead singer, popped into his head, wrote this song, "Good for the Soul," on a napkin while they were eating dinner at a Mexican restaurant.
Wow.
And it's a great song. I love the song. It's basically just saying, music, friends, and good cold beverages are good for the soul, man. And it's a great song. And to just kind of hear that backstory, we're just hanging out eating Mexican, and it popped into my head. And it's like, somebody give me a napkin.
Yeah, I think Throw 'Em On Back, which is our new one that we just released July 4th, was just off the cuff. I mean, literally, it's so crazy how things. Have you ever spoke something and then like it come to fruition like a couple weeks later?
Oh yeah,
dude. When I tell you, I was sitting there just saying "Throw 'Em On Back" like all the time. Like the week before I went to Ty's that day, it was literally like all the time. Like I was like, "Throw 'Em On Back," and then I was like, Ty was like, "Man, we need to do a song. We need to do another song together." I'm like, "Let's do one called Throw 'Em On Back." And then soon enough, it just clicked. And that was actually the very first time I actually got into, because Kingery was there. And he said, you've already sung, you sing every time. He's like, why don't you try rapping? Just see what you can do. And we did it. And it sounded freaking sick. I was like, okay. Which really threw me into my Kid G stage. It's like, because Kid G, he's known for the rapping, and then he was singing. And then, so, who knows? Stay tuned. That might be happening a little more. Or, I don't know.
Well, you said you got 6 songs in the works that are going to be coming out soon. I'm definitely looking forward to them. One thing I always ask, and I always ask when we're doing the show, and there's a method to my madness for this, because YouTube's a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, is it cool with you if we continue? Because as I said, I host 4 of the 5, 6. Well, actually 5. I co-host one show with my son. We do a wrestling show we just started.
Nice.
But if it's all right with you, we'll throw you into the rotation. Everybody I interview, we put their music into the rotation. I'm actually working on a Spotify playlist because I just learned that I can share my playlist on Spotify, and I'm going to create a playlist full of everybody I've interviewed, which is
of course. I always tell people, yes, please play my music, because at the end of the day, I'm not one of people like, oh yeah, you can't play my songs. I own this song. No, bro, go play it. Like it's more exposure for the song. Like I need that. I can't believe that people sit there and do that copyright shit. And I understand why. Like if someone takes it and doesn't make it their own, like I get that, but you're just playing it to let people hear it. So I mean, yeah, that's exposure. So of course you can play all. I don't care what you play.
Oh yeah, man. You'll get thrown into the rotation with everybody else, and we always shout everybody out and let you know where to find them and where to find their music and find their YouTubes and stuff like that. That's kind of my idea behind it. Is that's the whole purpose of this show, is to spotlight you guys that are up and coming. I mean, I know we're not very big yet, but we're growing every day. But I want to create a platform and be able to spotlight up and coming artists, local artists, and as they come through, then I can continue to play their music and continue to push their music out there on the other shows, and get like you said, get more exposure. Brittany, I can't fault him for this one, because I'll tell you what, she said we'll be having a date night, then I'll randomly go his phone and start writing. I can't fault him for this, because I do this shit all the time, and it's just podcast related, and I'll be like, oh, I got an idea.
Yeah.
And I'll have to, my fiance and I will be watching TV or eating dinner, and I'll grab my phone, and it's like, let me make a note of this real quick. She's like, what are you doing this? I want to put this down before I forget, because I will forget. I've taken too many hits to the old head. My memory is not as good as it used to be.
That's the main thing. Like, music comes at it's random. It's just so random. Like, I could be at McDonald's drive-thru getting my, our daughter a Happy Meal, and then the whole song just a line pops in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to write this down. This is good. This is good. And then like someone will talk like, shh. And they're like, what do you listen to? I'm like, nothing. I just have something in my head.
Let me get this out real quick, or
before I forget it, because I will. I mean, I can't tell you what I did last week. I really can't. So it's like there ain't no one will be able to remember it.
Yeah, my fiance was making fun of me the other day, because God knows, for however long smartphones have been around, I've never used my calendar. I don't even know how to use my calendar. But now that I'm doing this show, and I never thought that I would have 4 guests, let alone I'm booked all the way through this month, and I was in June. I was booked all the way through August.
Awesome.
And September is starting to fill out too, and it's just like, I would go to schedule somebody and go, oh shit, can we do it on the 13th instead of the 7th, because I forgot I have a game, So I had to learn how to use my calendar after having smartphones for 15 years. And she was out there laughing at me. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, look, and now I'm using it to put reminders down of other things that I want to say or do on other shows, topics or whatever. So it's just like, yeah, man, I'll forget it right now. I'll absolutely 100% forget it right now. Brittany says, you got a song about your daughter you wrote as well. Yeah, you're just writing. Yeah. Clearly you're using all the inspiration around you that you could possibly.
You just spoiling all the beans. Like, you just spilling all the beans out here, ain't you, babe? Dang.
He's gonna stop talking to you.
Let someone be an excitement. No, so I'll just go ahead and tell y'all. So I got, of course, Country Season. We're doing the music video this Saturday. It's gonna be lit.
Nice.
I mean, a bunch of people are gonna be there. It's gonna be Country Season, one of those down, gritty, dirty. We're about to turn up songs. It's one of those. I made that song just to basically reply to the haters and say, "Fuck you." So that's kind of my deal. Like, so. The songs I got coming out, there's one with that I'm gonna have Sean Paris on. It's called Good Old Country Life. Very good song. I love it. We already got the beat. We got everything laid down. The other one I got coming, which is September 1st, and she's already just gonna spill it out there. Me and my wife have one coming out. We're doing a song together called That's What You Call Real Love. Very good song.
Oh wow. Nice.
And then we're gonna drop that one September 1st. And then the Good Old Country Life will drop October. And then I got another one called Praying on a Sunday, which is a very beautiful song. Basically, it's not really one of those, I would say it's just, my dream. That's basically me just saying, hoping I get the chance one day to travel the world every day. People singing every song that I play. Like, that's just a dream of mine,
Yeah.
So that's one of those songs. And then I got a beautiful song. And Kinger told me I should sell it to like Morgan Wallen or something, Chris Stapleton, because it's called This Old Heart Will Heal Over Time. It's a very beautiful song. I'm struggling so hard to figure out how to make it sound. Like, usually I write a song like, okay, I know how the song's, just like Praying on Sunday, got it, it's done. That's What You Call Real Love, got it, done. Like, but this one is just so hard. I got 2 of them that are so hard for me to put in music. It's This Old Heart Will Heal Over Time and Your Love Was Just a Phase.
Yeah.
Them two songs right there are the ones I'm struggling with the most. And it's crazy because I wrote them so quick. You can write so quick, and then you're like, okay, I got all these words down. And I don't know.
I got words. I got words.
I don't know what to do with them now, so I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah, no, exactly. Nice.
Oh my goodness, yeah, they were writing the song, man. It's so funny because like
I just got to have Brittany up next because she says she's got all the tea. I just got I just got to schedule Brittany for an interview.
Yeah, with her, it's like she's trying to dip her feet in the music, and everyone. Some people heard her sing on live, which she's got it. Her only thing is like when we go to give her like advice, she'll shut down, think she's just horrible at it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, no, you don't sound horrible. It's just like, fix this, or do this differently. But she's one of those she's so self-conscious of her voice. Like, we were doing the video, which is our recent, it's, just give me some money. And then, like, we tried to get her to do it. And dude, she literally shut down. She's like, no, I can't do this. I was like, honey, I hate to tell you this. I said, but when we get in the studio, it's just you and that microphone. You aren't singing along with nobody. You singing the song that we wrote. That's what you're doing. We're going to give you the rhythm of it, the melody, and you got to go with it. So you're going to have to get, and that's what I'm telling her, like, you got to get used to your voice. And I try to tell her, like, even helping, like, singing karaoke in the car, it helps. It gives you comfort. It gives you comfort with your voice because a lot of times she's so used to, and I used to do it, she's so used to hearing her voice with someone else's.
Yeah.
And what happens is it'll cover up her voice to where, oh yeah, it sounds good, but it's the artist mixed in with your voice. So anytime you go flat, you go sharp, the artist is automatically there to pick you up, like, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
I gotta get her used to hearing her voice because that's the main. I think that every singer runs into it. You are so terrified to hear your voice, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was terrified to hear my voice when I did my first song. That's why I was so just like, like you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know about this. Like that's my voice, and there's nothing out there with it. But it worked out perfectly, And I know you are really repping up. She's the one. I got to tell you have a reason why, because that's probably one of those songs that I'm most proud of. It is a beautiful song.
It is a very pretty song. I really, the first time I heard it, I was like, wow, this is I like this a lot. I think it's one of those songs.
You wouldn't believe it. I wrote that song in 20 minutes. Started at 2:00 a.m. and I finished at 2:20 a.m. I looked at her. I told her, I said, baby, I'm gonna write a song about you. She said, bullshit. I said, all right. I wrote that song. My dad, he kind of helps me like narrate and kind of edit and do some things. He has a hand in all my writings, and he kind of just helps me like smooth this out or take some words out of this. And yeah, man, I took it to him the next day. I was like, edit this, see what you think about it. He's like, very good song. He's like, I think we can change the chorus. I was like, okay. So we changed it to it's one of those songs, man. It's just poetry. Music is poetry in itself, but it's just one of those songs like, dang, man, like it was the wedding song of 2023, and a lot of people, and not only just you, but a lot of people are fans of that song. I actually drove to Illinois to sing that song for someone's wedding.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, nice. That song, that's one of those ones I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I did that one. That's me. That's all me.
Yeah, that's me. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a very pretty song. It's especially because I think it's just one that you can definitely relate to. When you find that certain someone or whatever the case may be. But you said you went to Illinois. Have you had the opportunity yet to get on stage and sing any of your stuff in front of a crowd, or have you? So
it's really horrible to say this. So North Carolina was my first show singing. Actually, no, my bad. Florida. I was on the tour with Law and Order. That was a whole TikTok tour with a bunch of cops and comedy people. And I was a dancer, but the last very show we ever shot, we ever did for Law and Order, we actually did we did A Man's Pride. And of course, every time I do A Man's Pride, Ty March can't be there. So it's like, it's kind of rough because I can't sound like Ty March. But
Yeah.
that was my very first time singing, which it was only like 10 people because most of the people there were just acting crazy. One OD'd. It was a wild story.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was bad. It was horrible. North Carolina, I went and Sean Paris invited me, which he wants to invite me back. I just don't know if I'm going to do it. I didn't have my voice all the way, and I thought I was going to completely just destroy the song. Mm-hmm. And my dad was like, play your song, play it. Because I don't have the instrumental of any of my songs at all. And I'm still trying to get them, but Todd's so damn busy, it's so hard to get them.
Yeah.
So he told me, he's like, man, he says, have them play the track. You sing it the way you sing in that studio. And I did. And I nailed it. And I think it's just because, like, I had in my head, I was like, it's me singing. Like, I should be able to sound like myself. This is me singing. There ain't nobody else singing. It's just me. So I should be able to do it. And I did, and it sounded freaking amazing. And I had that, I think it was like maybe 80 people there. And when I did She's the One, man, boy, the whole 80 people, it sounded like a damn 100 people in there. I mean, they just screamed because it's one of those, and it's always the chorus, man. It's the chorus that always gets them. Because I think that chorus is not only the way I sound on it, but it's just so beautiful. It's so melodic. It's like one of those, it's like, wow, It's really one of those push you at relaxation type thing. It's like, yeah, I can listen to this. Yeah. And the last one I did was Prattville. I did When You Save Me, which I didn't have my voice. I was nervous as hell. I did that one, and I did She's the One, and I did Country with Some Seasoning. So I have been able to sing. I do want to go on tour. I do want to do my own tour of my own music, but it's just one of those waiting things, You gotta wait. Yes.
You wait.
Yes. You are spilling all the beans.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you see that I got one of your favorite artists coming on here, you gotta tune in and watch. Because this is becoming the home of exclusives. I'm getting all the good stuff. I'm getting artists dropping unreleased music. Like on the fly, they're like, "Hey, Glick, I just sent you a track. Can you pull it up?" And I'm like, "Is it a video format?" And they're like, "Nah, it's just a track." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I can." So like on the fly, I learned a new trick here on StreamYard that I could just upload an audio file and play it. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, that one hasn't dropped yet, but you can go ahead and play it here first." And I'm like, all right.
I mean, I can send you Country with Some Seasoning. I do have that file if you want to play it.
We'll hold on to that one. I don't want to disrupt the flow too much. Because I do still have.
She spent all the beans there.
I know. So I said, man, I gotta have Brittany on here. You gotta have her come on next. I'll be like,
you're not supposed to be telling people this. She's so excited because Joe Tyler's one of her favorite artists. It's like it's like Joe Tyler, King Green Me. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe
That's
Tyler
all right.
Joe Tyler's one of those people that are hard to get a hold of. First of all, he's got some big things coming up. I'm not gonna spill the beans on it, but he's got some huge things coming up. I'm very proud of Joe Tyler. He's one of those I met out of nowhere. And really and truly, the song we got coming out is a very, very, very beautiful song. It's it's one of those just reminiscent of being a kid.
Nice.
Wishing you could go back in time, and it's a very beautiful song. Which I gotta go re-sing it because I didn't have my voice and it was horrible. But we're not gonna let y'all hear that.
Yeah, I'll have to. You'll have to put in a good word for me. I'll have to reach out to all your partners in crime there and get them on the show, and then they can share their own news and their own stuff that they got going on. But what you've done a couple stage performance. What was it like going from the computer screen or phone screen, whether you're doing lives or making your videos, or just releasing songs as of late? What was it like to go from the quote unquote small screen to a big stage and be in front of real life people? What were the nerves like for you to to do that?
Man, I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you I damn near shit myself. It's even dancing, bro. Like I just go for dancing. Like no matter if you do it every day or you practice every day. Anytime you're getting in front of people, like it's nervous. It's nervous. And believe it or not, the very first stage I ever did was America's Got Talent.
Oh wow!
And I botched bad. I mean, I went to hit the pin drop, and I went down, and my knee hit the floor, and I bruised my bone, and I couldn't get back up. So it's rough, man, and that really took a shot out of my confidence, especially performing in front of people. But when I did Law and Order, the first time I did it, I was actually a special guest. I was supposed to be just a special guest and perform. And I went up there and I performed, and it was just like clockwork. Had fun. And that's the main thing when you get on stage, man, just be yourself and just have fun. People, not every, and I always have this in the back of my head, like, not everyone's going to like you. It's just what it is. It is what it is. Not everyone's going to like you. There's always going to be someone, oh, this man sucks. All right, well, other people don't agree. So I'm not worried about you. But that's just one thing. If you go through life expecting everyone to like you, you're going to be miserable.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Lord knows I got my haters just from doing it.
Yeah, it's like I think the only one that I can literally say I almost passed out was when I performed with Lainey Wilson. That would be the one.
Oh wow, yeah, that would.
Yeah, that was. It was in front of
1900.
No, that's not. It's obviously your first. No. It was over 1,900 people. And it was me and my boys, and I looked out at that curtain after we just got done shooting the music video. I was on October doing the music video. That was it. We went there, we did the music video. She was vibing with us so much. She's like, "Y'all need to perform with me tonight." I'm like, "What? Okay, yeah, I'm cool. Whatever, Get out there. The whole thing is filling up. I looked at that curtain. I'm like, "Holy shit." All right. I'm over trying to get my bearings. My boy Cook, TK, so they're all like hyped up, like, yeah, let's do this. I'm over here like, over here got my knees shaking, man. I'm sweating. I'm pale as shit. I'm like, oh gosh, bro, I don't know if I do this. And I tell everyone this. They're like, what was it? What was it like getting on stage with Lainey Wilson? I can't tell you because I don't remember it. My soul left my body. But I went out there and that crowd screamed. Dude, I got off stage and she's like, so what do you think? I was like, what did I do? How did I do? Did I do good?
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell just happened. No,
because it was a shock of adrenaline. It took my breath away. It's wild. Just performing with Lainey Wilson alone and being on the same stage is a complete blessing. But not only that, it's just wild to me the fact that was me, because so that link up happened out of nowhere because I was actually looking for wedding venues. I was at a wedding venue when I got the DM on Instagram from Lainey Wilson's manager, and she's like, "Hi, my name is such and such, and we was wondering if," or she said, "I'm the manager of Lainey Wilson," and of course I knew who Lainey Wilson was. I was like,
"Yeah, everybody does."
I was like, Lainey Wilson
shot up out of nowhere.
Yeah, Lainey Wilson, let's be honest. Like, this is fake. I'm not believing this. So I was like, if you're real, send me your number. Because you get fake messages on Instagram all the time. So she sent me the number. I called it. It's Lainey Wilson's band. I was like, holy shit. All right. Come to find out, it all stemmed from a North Carolina show we did. She was performing at Coyote Joe's. And this was before she blew up. And we were out there in the crowd dancing because we just got done with our show. So we went out and we were out there dancing. And TK, he's like a brother to me. He was over there getting drunk, getting, turned up, smoking a cigarette. Come to find out the person he was shooting the shit with and smoking a cigarette with was Lainey Wilson's manager.
Oh, so shit.
They reached out a year later. A year later, I get an invite to go do Lainey Wilson's Grease video.
He said you almost beat yourself on stage.
I did.
I feel you. Like I'm most comfortable right here. I'm behind the microphone. I'm behind the camera. You know, I have to come out of that here in a couple weeks. Southern Outlaws band that I mentioned earlier, they're doing a big Labor Day weekend, 2 shows, and you know, for veterans and stuff like that. And Arliss offered me. He's like, I made a joke one night on the show, and I was like, hey, you know, that's only a couple hours up the road. If you need a guy that can do MCing and stage announcements, I know a guy. And then a week or so later, he's like, hey, by the way, Big Mouth, the job's yours if you. Yeah, I'm like, I don't do very well in front of people.
Next time, maybe I shouldn't just say that.
Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to do it nonetheless. I'll get the nerves worked out. I'll just, you know, go into, you know, podcast mode. You know, if it's like, I mean, I do this a million times. I talk. Yeah. That's what I do. It's kind of like you said, you know, I perform. I'm just gonna go perform and just let it be. And then my fiance comes home and last week, and she works. She's a bartender, and she works at a axe throwing place. Well, they've got a big event coming up in there, and I guess they asked if I would come do the show live there because it's like National Beard Day or something like that. And they want to do a beard. Yeah, they want to do a beard competition, and I'm like, I guess I think that'd be really cool. So now it's like, how the hell do I take the podcast live on location when my other co-hosts, one's in Cancun, one's in Kentucky, one's in Indiana? It's like, well, I'm gonna exterior camera, maybe we could throw it up on a couple of the screens. So it's just like now I'm all of a sudden in the public doing shit. I'm just like, you know, I'm more comfortable just in my bedroom, you know, with the camera in front of me talking. You know, but nonetheless.
Your mic is out.
How's that?
You're back.
Okay, there we go. My computer's a little wonky at times, but you know, I always like to ask, what was that first time to take it from, you know, the computer screen to the stage, you know, in front of real life people, not having, you know, just it's easy when you're doing like a skit with your family at home and nobody else is there to see it until you put it online, but again, none of those people are there, so it's not like, you know, obviously I don't care about haters because, like you said, we're all going to have them. Not everybody is going to like what you do.
You don't have haters, you ain't doing it right. That's what you need to know.
Exactly. That's something that we say we say here all the time. If you ain't hating on us, then we're not doing something right. We got to do something different. You know?
So it's crazy because we manifested, like me and my boys manifested because I was dancing on Instagram Live, you know, before in front of like 2 people. Mm-hmm. One was a classmate, one was a troll, you know, and, you know, going from that to dancing in front of 700 people on TikTok, it's like, that's kind of me getting used to, okay, there's a lot of people watching me, they're going to see, you know, how much I put into this and, you know, everything, because I would spend 8 hours a day dancing. When I was a full-time just going at dancing, I was dancing 8 hours a day, like just perfecting craft, perfecting other moves. And when I get on that stage, it's just like, I don't know why I freeze up. I really don't, but I always get butterflies. And my dad said it's totally normal. You know, it's totally normal because now you're in front of people. You're actually like, people are going to come up to you and tell you how it was. So it's a little nerve wracking. So just a little bit. I've done 24 shows and I still get nervous.
Oh, wow. I know sometimes I get nervous before a podcast, before an interview. Not really the actual podcast themselves, because that's just fuckery and nonsense. But like an interview, sometimes I get nervous, and it's like, what the hell am I getting nervous for? You know, like I can do this shit in my sleep.
That's the thing. Like even when I did the first podcast, I was nervous. I was like, I ain't never done a podcast before. This is my very first one. And then even for this one, I was nervous. I was like, ugh. It's just, I don't know. It's like things, of course, when you get settled in, you're talking to, you're getting settled. Like right now, I'm cool. I've gotten through it. We're good.
Yeah.
But that's just like on stage. I'm at the last song, I'm like, okay. And it's almost bad because you get the full Darion effect during the last song instead of the first two songs being, I'm nervous, and then the last song I'm just breaking out. I'm going
Yeah.
at it. And I think that's one of the things that I would say I need to work on is it's crowd fright. I would say stage fright is just because of the fact that I do get nervous. I get real nervous, but I don't never go out there and just collapse. I'm like, yep, can't do this.
Yeah.
I
Never freeze up completely.
Yeah.
No, I feel you. Sometimes, because like Saturday nights we do, it's the show that started this whole podcast thing is Nonsensical Nonsense, and it's completely unhinged. I like to say, just envision the guards all going on vacation at Arkham and leaving the doors open, and the Joker and all his merry friends just running wild. That's what it is on Saturday nights, and we do a 6-hour show. And then we do a thing, it's called the Open Door Challenge, where we drop the link in the chat and anybody can come up. We don't care who you are, whether you like us, hate us, never heard of us before. You just click the link and come on up. We just ask that you turn your camera on and please don't show us your penis. I hate that we have to ask that, but we have to ask that because it's happened.
Damn it.
So, but there's times where like the first couple hours, it's just like, man, that was bad. And then like hour 3, we're just balls to the wall, just going at 100 miles an hour, and having fun. So I totally get that, man. When you spend those first 2-3 songs and you're like trying to work out the nerves.
He done pulled another one. Ty March is in here. Ty March is in here, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Ty? We've been talking a lot about you today, man. I'll be hitting you up soon. I'm gonna get you on here.
If you want to know who's all responsible for the beautiful songs that I have out and the bangers, that man right there. All props to him. Ty is one, like I said earlier, Ty is a hell of a producer. One of the many that can sit there and make a random beat into a whole banger, kick-ass song. So yeah, Ty March is the reason that even any of this music got put out. It's all Ty March. So he got me started. He gave me the ropes of how to release music. He gave me everything. So he's really the guidance I had when it came to starting my music. And he is responsible for She's the One. Ty's the one that played guitar in it. So that very beautiful guitar sound y'all hear, that's all that man right there. You ask me to play guitar, I can't play a lick. Don't ask. I just get on the mic and sing. That's it.
Hey, I've owned a guitar for about 20 years, and the only thing it's done is collect dust and hold hats. I couldn't play of course, I can't carry a tune in a bucket. That's why I host podcasts. I know where my strengths are.
Hey, I can tell you, I can play Hallelujah. That's for one. Cheater C and a G, Bubba. I got you. You're good. But it's always, I think the one note that trips me up is a D. I cannot do a D for nothing. Yeah. The D note is D chord is the hardest thing to do. It is so hard for me because it's like if you touch one of the strings or you're not pressing down hard enough, it's gonna sound like haggard shit. And it's like, I can't do this. I can't do it.
That's something down the road. If you really want to learn how to do, you can do. But how many singers out there don't play an instrument?
I'm learning. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Once every year, I'll get it out and
Yeah. Once upon a time, I was like, I'm going to learn to play guitar and I'm going to sing. I'm going to be that guy at bonfires. Well, I can't sing for him. I mean, I'll put on a hell of a concert in my shower. I'll put on a hell of a concert in my car. I think, I'll be singing on the radio. I think I'm freaking Bon Jovi. I'm like, hell, I could totally do this. And then I be drinking one too many one night. Yeah, then be drinking one too many one night and be like, I'm going to record Bon Jovi song on my laptop. And then I listen back and go, oof, yeah, stick the podcast.
That's the main thing, man. It's like, kind of like my brother, man. My brother is, he's never been on social media. He doesn't like cameras. He don't want to be recorded or anything like that. But that man will go out there in his little building and carry on a whole Chris Stapleton concert. Like, he's out there performing, and you'll hear him. The funniest thing is you'll hear him. It'll be like 2 o'clock a.m. in the morning, and you'll hear him be like, "How y'all doing out there tonight?" No one's there. No one. But he's just out there having a good time. Just whiskey in hand, just having a good time. And it's so funny because it's like, bro, like, if you love it this much, why don't you just get in there and record one time? Just one time.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people don't realize, like, oh, man, I love the comments about, oh, use auto-tune. Well, I hate to tell you, but a lot of your favorite vocalists use auto-tune. Even worldwide stars, like, I guess I can go ahead and share the news since it's definitely going to happen. I just recently, this morning, I woke up and I got contacted by Luke Bryan's management team, and I'm doing a collab with Luke. So it's pretty neat. That kind of happened out of nowhere. Yeah, it happened out of nowhere. Like I told you, man, when someone hits me up, it's just out of nowhere. I can't tell you that I've ever spoken to these people or I've ever seen one of these people or anything. They just reach out to me because I was in Hopkinsville. He's coming to Shelbyville, and they reached out to me and said, "Hey, you trying to do a collab?" I said, "With who?" Luke Bryan. I said, "Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Why not?"
Yeah.
Why not?
Let me think about that for a second.
Yeah. Well, he's only like one of the top people in the country. No, duh.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, that's not an opportunity that's going to come by. Hi, baby. That's not an opportunity that's going to just come by. You're like, oh, well, maybe not this time. How about next time he comes through town? Will that be okay? Yeah. They're like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and hard pass on that one there, buddy.
Yeah, it's the fact that you even asked me, do you want to do this? What do you think my answer was going to be? No? Hell yeah, I want to do it. Like, the fact that I get to go and just shoot the shit with Luke Bryan, that's cool as shit. Like, why not?
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. I mean, that's a hell of an opportunity. And that's one of those things that you never know whose eyes and ears are going to be on you when you do it.
Yeah.
Not to mention
I went for my first Tesla ride today. It was so much fun.
Since you're in here, bring me my charger. I need that.
Yeah, you never know whose eyes and ears are going to be on you, and that could be the thing that could be the next thing that catapults you into the damn stratosphere. That's awesome, man. That is really cool. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, man, it's really cool. It's really humbling, and that's my main thing, man. Especially when I do. Basically, when that thing happened in Los Angeles with the dude I looked up to, I told myself I'd never be like that. I would always be humble, and that's the main thing. Is as many blessings as the good Lord gives me, I always stay humble and stay to my roots, because that's the one thing my parents, everyone preaches to me: never forget where you came from. And
unfortunately, you see that in a lot of people. They get famous and they forget where they came from. They forget the struggle and everything else, and it's like, man, just last year it's like that'd be like somebody that I interview. All of a sudden they blow up, and I reach out to them again, and then they stub me. It's like, oh, just last year he was singing at the pizzeria in bumfuck nowhere, and he was on the show, man. And now all of a sudden you big time me. You're like, come on.
Yeah, that's I can't, of course, I'm not gonna say a name, but man, I had this one dude, man. He was like my boy, and he got big. He got really big, and we used to talk every day. We'd check in on each other, and as soon as he blew up, man, he just out of nowhere unfollowed me. Right? He straight up ditched me, didn't talk to me no more, blocked my phone number. It's like, bro, like really, bro, you gonna let fame get to your head, and now all of a sudden the dude you called a brother ain't your friend no more? Like, that's just wild to me.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, there's a few, and I won't mention any names, but there's a few bigger TikTokers that are out there that I was around when they first came up, and they were coming in my lives, and we were hanging out, and we were doing videos and stuff together, and I was really helping, giving them a push, and then all of a sudden they got big and blew up, and it was just like, hey, what's up, man? And it'd just be something as simple as, hey, what's up? How's things going? and it'd be like a month later. Oh man, I'm busy. I can't talk right now. But I mean, you really just had the time to send me that message to blow me off, and then unfollow me. It's just like, damn, I could have been pushing myself and growing my own shit, but I was like helping you grow, and now you're just gonna shit on me like that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, man. Hey, you know what?
It's trash. It's trash. That's the fakeness in people that I always talk about. Like, that's why I told myself I'd never be like that. Like, no, I don't care if I have 8 million followers. If someone asks me to be on a podcast, guess what? I'm gonna be on the podcast because at the end of the day, exposure is exposure. You reaching out to people that don't know you, that you can gain more support from, and that's the main thing with me. Is like my dad always preached to me, no matter what, if you get asked to do a show in front of 10 people, do that show because that's 10 more people that didn't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I tell I tell people all the time. We always ask for shares. We're not out here talking merch or asking people for money or anything else. We just ask for a share. Give us a follow, give us a share. You might share it to 10 people, and 9 of those people might not like us or like what I'm doing, but one of those people might, and then they might share it to 10 people. And that's where the numbers start to come from. I mean, you never know. But yeah, man, that's the thing. Like staying, and I try to, I work a 40-hour job. I have a family. What's going on behind me? Got a family, and then I invest a lot of time and energy into this podcast and stuff as well. And I still try to keep in touch and with the artists that I meet and you guys and at least like your stuff and keep an eye out for new stuff so that usually I'm ahead of the game. I've had a couple artists that are like, hey man, I just dropped this song on Tuesday. And I'm like, yeah, we played it Wednesday. And they're like, wait, what? I'm like, I'm already ahead of it, man. I'm watching this stuff. I'm looking forward to it because I get to, we get the opportunity here to introduce our fans and our followers to you guys and share your music at the end of the day. Yeah, man, the fake people we've had former hosts of the show, former followers, just co-hosts and stuff like that. And sometimes things don't work out, and get rid of that, get rid of the toxicity and the drama and the fakeness, and just keep moving forward.
Yeah, it's wild because what she's talking about. So, and this is what I was going to touch base on. So when I met her, it was out of nowhere. It's all about me and the vibe, right? If I don't have a vibe with you, I ain't gonna click with you. Like that's just what it is. Gotta be a good vibe. If I'm not feeling the vibe, then I'm gonna slightly just kind of brush you off, And she liked me and she wanted to get together. And I always told her, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work out because with me being a guy and 95% of my followers are women, it was such a risk on the support level. And finally I was like, you know what, this girl's amazing. I love her and I'm not gonna sit there and act like I don't anymore.
Yeah. So
we made it official, and soon enough when we made it official, we were, I think, about 4 months out from our wedding. And every morning she'd wake up and go to work, she would give me a kiss before she went. Well, I was asleep, but I wasn't asleep because I was waiting on my kiss. I was like, okay. Didn't get the kiss, the door slams. I'm like, the fuck? So I called her, I was like, where's the kiss at? She's like, I don't know, you tell me. I said, what is your problem? She goes, who's such and such? I said, what? And she sends me these messages. I'm looking at these messages about me linking up with a girl for a one night stand and all this shit. I'm like, I was asleep. I didn't text this. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm going through them and I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't put punctuations after my sentences on the text. Like, I'm not proper as fuck. Like, what are we doing here? So I'm going through it, I'm editing, I'm like, yeah, this ain't me. And then finally I look at it and there's a watermark from one of those creative text apps. And I circle it, I send it back to her. I say, next time you want to accuse me of that, make sure you check a watermark. And she just automatically, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I was like, yeah. I was like, this is what I was telling you about. Like, we've had so many instances where a girl will make a fake number or a fake chat and send it to her, and basically just out of pure jealousy, you know, because it's partially my fault, and the reason why I say that is because I was an F boy. I mean, I really was on TikTok. That was my persona. I was an F boy.
Yeah,
Flipping my hair, bite my lip, all that dumb shit. I was an F boy, and a lot of girls loved it. So for me, it's partially my fault because I always preach that. Oh yeah, I'm not with relationships because during the brain surgery, I was left by my fiance. My fiance left me during my second brain surgery while I was unconscious.
damn.
And
That's
ended
cool.
up the next day, that very same day, she posted a picture with another man while I was down there dead in the hospital. So I always hated women for that, you know, and that was a hatred. Not saying I went full blown pride, but I hated women for that because I didn't feel I could put my heart for a woman anymore because look what they did to me. So yeah, that's what she's talking about when it comes to that.
Yeah, I've been there. You know, that's one thing. You know, not that I have a big following or anything like that, big enough on TikTok, but you know, when I was single, I'd get on there and I'd do lives, and you know, so like you said, you know, 95% of my followers were women, so that's what my live would, and I would be on there. I'd act a fool, flirting and joking around, and this, that, and the other thing. But I've also been the type of person where, you know, when I am in a relationship, I make it very clear. Look, obviously, no big secret. My fiance just got home from work. She was working an event tonight. Right in the middle of the show, she walks back here and gives me a kiss and says hi and goes and does her thing. I don't know. She's probably reading, freaking nerd. But
he knows it's not you. You ain't got to specify that. He knows.
No. I know who he's talking about. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who he's talking, but I know what he meant. No, man. And I've been there. You know, I spent 3.5 years with somebody, and 3.5 years building a. You know, we started out as friends and stayed friends and got close and then got into the relationship and got engaged. And then a few months after we got engaged, the day after Christmas, actually, she broke up with me, and then come to find out she was screwing around with some other dude for God knows how long. That was a customer of hers where she worked at. And it was like, damn, I was literally just talking to you yesterday about, because she lived down in down south, and we, you know, we have a long distance thing going on, and it was like, man, we was literally just talking yesterday about next Christmas. It'd be great because we'll all be together, the kids will all be together, you know, blah, blah. And then the very next day you hit me with all this craziness, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a man whore, you know. And I was acting a straight fool on TikTok, man. I'd go live and just flirting with all of them, talking all kinds of crazy shit, like, yeah, here's my Snapchat, whatever.
That's the thing, like, so when I blew up, I was actually, we were together, but we weren't together. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And this girl told me, like, oh, you'll never be anything, dancing's for kids and all that. And then after she left me, she cheated on me. I walked into a bar and she was kissing a guy, which turned out that it was the same guy that I knew, because it all started when I walked in her room one night and she was saying I love you to this guy, and it was her ex. I was like, what the hell? I was like, why do you love him? She was like, it's just something we do. I was like, all right. So I kind of let it ride. I was like, all right, you know, cool. You know, maybe I'm just best friends, whatever. Well, it wasn't that. I walked into that bar and they were making out, and she looked at me and smirked. And I just knew, I was like, I got to put you in your place. So I blew up, and man, did she not just look goofy. She looked silly as hell, because it's like, you just told me dance was for kids, and I'm out here doing videos with Laney Wilson. So hold that, why don't you? But that's the thing, like, for so long, and damn, I just gave y'all a lyric to a song, my bad. That's the thing, like, a lot of, like it goes back to all my songs. Like, you listen to my songs, like half the stories I told you, you're gonna kind of hear them in the song. It's like, okay, I know this story.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
That's the beautiful thing about music, man. You get to put what happened to you in life into a song.
Yeah.
and let people hear it without, oh, this is about such and such, but you don't have to say their name.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful picture of the song. It's like, yes, I've made songs to shit on people. That's your, if you want to call it we'll call it what it is. Yes, I do. I've made a song that has shitted on a person just because of the fact that I was literally all down, all for this girl. Thank God it didn't happen because I wouldn't be with the beautiful girl I have today. The girl I have today is one of those 1 out of 1 you can't beat it type of deals. And for me, it was all about, supporting me in my dream, and Brittany always pushes me, Even when I'm feeling down on myself or I don't think I'm doing good enough, she's always there to pick me up and say, hey, keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. And it's cliche and cheesy as hell to say, but I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason and people come into your lives for a reason, whether it's a good reason or a bad reason. Some people are there to teach you a lesson. Most people come into your life to teach you a lesson one way or another. I'm a firm believer in that. And that's, the guys fuck with me because my failed relationships are an open book and they've happened on this, on this podcasting thing. And it's like, yeah, but it didn't work out with this one. It didn't work out with that one. It didn't work out with this one. But now my fiance, now it's like it's totally different, man. I can be myself, and yeah, I'm a big dumb animal most days. So he's like, I can be myself. I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not. Even when she may not want to, she always supports this podcast thing because I do put a lot of time and energy and whatnot into this podcast, but again, it's a dream and it's a slow burn, we're eventually plans, hopefully we'll blow up one day, but the fact that she's still there and she supports me speaks volumes, to find a partner in life that'll support you in your dreams, no matter what it is
everything in life is a process.
Can't give up,
everything in life is a process, and that's one thing. Like before I even took off on social media, it was like I was telling everybody, just trust the process. This trust the process. Even when you don't see me working, just know I'm working and I'm making connections. I'm doing all this, and damn it, if it didn't come to fruition. Now at the end of the day, is there hard times? Is there struggles? Yes. Social media is not all it's cut out to be. You're gonna have good days and bad days, and money is not constant. And we run into that situation a lot where because you're depending on social media, and if a video doesn't go viral, then guess what? That's a money time that's not gonna come in good. So it's stressful, but at the end of the day, I still, looking back at it, it's like God put me on this path for a reason, and I know there's gonna be bumps in the road because everyone knows that life isn't gonna be no golden road for sure, but it's going to be one of those where God put me here on this path for a reason, and I'm going to continue to push through these hard times because I know there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. So
yeah, exactly. You just gotta kind of weather the storm sometimes, and what doesn't? Yeah, I say this all the time because I look back on my past and everything like that. It's like at the end of the day, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. And I look back on some of the crazy stuff I did and got me to where I am today. It's like, man, but I'm doing a lot of different things, That's
the main thing. I look at my brain surgery, man. It's like I was on such a bad path. I was depressed. I was drinking. I was smoking. I was doing so much stupid shit. That's like, I look back and I'm like, man, like the way I look at it is, God put that brain surgery in my way to make me fight through it, to show me how short life was and how I was wasting it. And now all of a sudden I get out of that. Now I'm 1.4 million on TikTok and over freaking 5,000 daily streamers on Spotify and I've only been doing music for maybe 4 months. It's wild, bro. It's literally wild, the fact that how God works, and a lot of people don't realize that He's working when He's not.
You just gotta wait, man. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen. At the end of the day, you can't force it. You can't make it happen any faster than what it's going to happen. And that's why, we've had the conversation with the guys. My best friend, he started this journey with me. We've been doing it for 3 years now, and we've changed a lot, and we've evolved a lot. And he's been right by my side the whole time. He's the co-creator, my co-host. He's my number one guy. But we've had conversations where it's like, dude, why are we even doing this, man? Like, it's been 3 years, and he's got to be like, hey, we're not, maybe we're not making money yet, but look at the growth we've had in the last year, type of stuff. Look, he's like, look where we were a year ago to where we are now with not doing the same show 3 nights a week, and now we have 6 or 7 different shows every night of the week, and it's like so don't be so hard on yourself.
Facts.
But man, I'm excited to see to watch your journey. I'm excited to watch you grow and continue, especially in this music world and what you're doing. I do want to get ready. I don't want to steal too much of your time. I want to get ready to wrap this up. But you got a lot of things going on, man. I'd love to have you back on again down the road. Because you got a lot of things happening real fast, real quick.
It's one of those fly by the seat of your ass things, man. It's like,
hey man, I know that's right. I live by the motto of "fuck it, let's see what happens."
roll with it. Just see.
Yeah. Let's just see what happens, man. We'll get Brittany in the chatter's box again so she can spill all the tea you're not spilling.
That's the main thing, man. It's like people like, don't tell anyone this, and then she comes in there. Well, this is going on. Damn it, babe.
Yeah.
You gonna get me in trouble.
She's excited for you. She's excited for you. She's proud of you, and she wants to brag about her man. So I mean, you can weigh out the lesser of two evils.
It's a give deal. It is.
It's hard, man. It really is hard when you got such big news and big things are happening. It's really hard to try to keep it all locked in and not tell somebody. But no, like I said, I would love to have you back on again down the road. You might get reached out to be on one of the other shows. One of our other hosts does a debate show that's all comedy based.
Hey, whatever. Look, I'm one of those to be. If you want me on a podcast, all you gotta do is reach out. I'm all about podcasts. I love the fact that it goes deeper into what I can talk about on live. I can be myself. I can tell you how TikTok is kind of like a bad relationship, but it's got friends with benefits in it because at the end of the day, there's ups and downs to TikTok, especially when it comes to their guidelines. They're bullshit. But at the end of the day, I love doing podcasts because I can be me. I don't have to go on live and have to watch what I say or have to. Oh, I can't say this about that. No, okay. Sometimes it'd be those days where I'll be like, I hate TikTok, and sometimes I'll be like, oh man, TikTok's the shit. But at the end of the day, everything in life is gonna be like that. You can wake up, like I said, you can wake up in the morning and be pissed off at the world, but the next day you be like, man, I'm glad to be alive. It's just one of those things.
I've had a lot of days like that. Just wake up angry for no reason. I'm just a grumpy bear all day long.
Yeah, man. And like my sleep schedule is so messed up because we go live so late. It's like I don't wake up till damn near 1:30 in the afternoon. So I'm missing half. Already damn near 40% of the day. It's like I'm already pissed off because I done slept in too much. But at the end of the day, I'm working, like from 5 to 12 something, maybe 1 even possibly. I'm working. So sometimes my wife gets on to me because I want to go in there. I want to have, game times where I can just relax, have my time, do me. And then half the time, I'm not in bed until 3 o'clock. So she's like, you never go to bed with me. So it's really hard to balance because I don't have that me time where I can just relax. Because every time I wake up, it's all right. We got to do this.
Yeah.
Like when I woke up today, I had to call the event planner for our town because we're hosting. Which, if you are located near Hopkinsville, Kentucky, or close, there August 23rd and August 24th. We, me and the family, me, my mom, my dad, big fat. and my wife will be VIPs at the annual Hopkinsville Salute Fest, Summer Salute Fest. It's a very fun time, and Parmalee will be headlining. So if y'all want to come check it out, come meet us.
Yeah, guys, if you're down there in that area, get out there and check it out. Are you going to be posting anything on social media for that?
Yes, I have a. So I actually did the TikTok video today, but like I said, man, that's what it is, man. I'm working. I mean, and my dad and man, they be on my ass, but just get out your phone, like, like, bro, like, I don't have time to relax. I want time to relax.
I'm working. Man, I feel you. You know, I really do, because you know, there's a lot of times we'll be sitting out there watching TV or something, and I'm messaging 4 or 5 different musicians or whatever, or I'm talking to the guys about it, upcoming podcast, or trying to help somebody with getting their stuff. Like I know, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to,
Like 95, I would say 90% of my life is on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anytime I wake up, I'm doing something on video to put on the internet. So if people want to know what Darion's life is about, just go to my TikTok. Okay, that's my life. It's on there. All right, just go out there and go check it out, because anytime we go anywhere or we're doing something, I'm posting on something. My wife is, my dad. We post every day. It's always something. So at the end of the day, it's like, I don't really have that downtime, man. I would say like 2K, getting on there, listening to little kids talk shit to you is kind of fun for me, because it's funny how it amazes me how bad kids talk nowadays. Because if I was a little kid back then, man, my jaw would be rearranged. But,
if I would have even thought about saying some of the things that kids are saying today, just the thought crossed my mind. Yeah, no, my jaw would be on the side of my head.
It's insane. It's insane how much taking 2-hour-long showers. Listen, my 2-hour-long showers be lovely. All right, I can't tell you, because like, everyone be like, why you take so long to shower? Because I'm just sitting underneath the hot water enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just sit there and I just be like this, just in the shower, just because it's like relaxing. Like, I need a hot tub is what I need. I really need a hot tub. That's what I think I'm gonna invest in. I'm gonna get a hot tub.
There ain't nothing better than a nice long hot shower.
Man, bro, it's so relaxing. It's like, because it's so hard to get downtime, especially when you're all the time. Because my dad, man, he's like my manager. I mean, he's always saying like, hey, video. We need to do this, we need to do that. And it's like, there's no time to just chill. There's no time for Darren time. Mm-hmm. There's nothing for that. And even on days we have, when me and my wife are just trying to have a day together, it's always, we got to do a video. I mean, we have to. It's our job. It's a 9-to-5 job. You clock in, you clock out. And that's just how it is. So if you want to get started in social media life, don't think it ain't no different than a job, because you're going to have to clock in 9 to 5 and work. I mean, it is what it is.
It's one of those downsides. Yeah, it's one of those downsides, man. It's like it's the price that you pay at the end of the day. You want to do these things. I mean, it's I totally get it. I understand it. I tease my wife all the time. I say, hell, if I could fit in our fucking bathtub, you find my ass in there any chance I got. And she does. There's a lot of times I'll be doing the podcast, and if she's home or she gets home from work, she's like, I'm going to get in the bath, and she's in the bath the whole time I do the show. She's reading her Kindle. I said, if I could fit in that son bitch, I'd be doing the same thing. I do this.
My wife has a picture of me knocked out asleep in the bathtub. Passed out. It's just where I've been, like, because my mind is always going just 100 miles per hour. Yeah. Just like when I get off here, I got maybe an hour just to relax, and I got to go live for 4 hours. It's like, it's insane, bro. There's nonstop working, and it's what I signed up for. Granted, I'm already too deep in it. I got 1.4 million followers on social media. I can't just say, well, I'm done.
It's definitely one of those things that you got to learn to. We talk about it. I host a men's mental health show too, so I'll go into men's mental health host for you. But it's one of those things that we always have to find time to take breaks and and make time to relax and take a break away from it. I choose Sundays. Sundays are my day. I unplug. Like the guys know, I'm not talking to anybody on Sundays. Don't, it's nothing personal, but it's my day. I don't want to deal with social media. I don't want to think about podcasting. I don't want to be bothered with trying to book guests or anything like that. Sunday is my day. And if I sit on the couch and don't do anything all day long, then so be it.
Sounds like Sundays he's getting ready for football is what that sounds like.
Yep. I
see you got a Pittsburgh Steelers back there.
Yeah, I was gonna leave you alone. I see you're a Steelers fan.
Oh yeah, big time. So the coolest thing I have to talk about this because it's so cool. I played football, and the dude I played football with, he was a safety, and he was on varsity, and he ended up getting drafted to Pittsburgh Steelers. His name's Corey Trice Jr. and he's a cornerback there, but it was so cool because like I played with that guy. Like he's really good. Like that's my flex. Like, hey, I got a friend that's in the NFL. All right. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all playing football, right? My friend is in the NFL. He's doing his
thing. That's awesome. That's fucking cool as hell. Now my fiance Nikki, she's a diehard Steelers fan. Her whole family is. But she grew up about a half hour, 45 minutes north of Pittsburgh, in PA. Her parents actually, they have 30, 40 years. They've had season tickets, and they got front row right behind the Steelers bench.
I'm saying, it was my birthday, I'm playing.
Yeah. We went last year to the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game, and it was my first time ever going to Pittsburgh for a game. And
what seats?
Yeah, we have our flag is one of those house divided flags.
Did you have close-ups, like was you right by the field, or
what's that?
Was you like right by the field, or was you like up high?
Oh no, we're front row right behind the Steelers bench. Yeah.
Hey, so my birthday was July, Help a brother out. Help a brother out real quick. No, I'm playing. No, that's my dream. I have yet to be to a Steelers game. I have yet to be in
it was a cool experience. We have the house divided flag. That's the flag that's back there that's hanging up. And at the end of the game, Joey Porter Jr. was going to the locker room, and he looked up and he's seen it, and he's seen us. And of course I'm standing out because I'm all decked out in Cleveland Browns gear. And Joey was like, "Oh hell no, that's cool as hell. Somebody give me a marker." And one of the fans tossed him down a marker, and he ran up and signed our flag. He was like, "That's cool. Y'all dope as hell, man." And it was really cool. But I grew up in Ohio. I'm a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. I know they're terrible, or they were terrible, but
I was about to say they was now.
It was, but that's my team, man. I'm loyal to them. As I was telling her, I was like, it's officially preseason week. So every podcast this week, I'm wearing a different jersey. Well, yesterday I had my Baker jersey on. Today I got my Odell jersey on. I've got a whole freaking closet full that I go all the way back to. I think the oldest jersey I have is like 1991. It was a kid that they drafted in the first round, and that's the first jersey I ever got, and I still have it.
Awesome. My wife just got me a TJ Watt. She just got me a TJ Watt jersey for my birthday. Let's be honest now. Now, you're a Cleveland Brown fan. I'm a Steelers fan. Who do you think is a better edge rusher, Myles Garrett or TJ?
Man, I could break that down into so many categories for you.
I mean, let's be honest. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. TJ Watt, I'm not just saying because I'm a Steelers fan, but he should have got Defensive Player of the Year last year.
I think TJ is faster, but I think Myles is 100 times stronger than TJ will ever be.
I can agree. I can agree to that, but TJ got better.
I think as far as like on the field IQ, I think they're both pretty much right there on the same level.
Stat-wise, TJ kicking ass. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Stat-wise.
But you also got triple teamed every game.
But then now, so TJ Watt and a lot of people don't know this. They're Steelers fans. Like his tutor is James Harrison, which was one of the all-time edge rushers.
Yeah, James Harrison was an absolute monster.
Yeah, and it just now got a picture of them. Like they're working together now. So this year he's going to be hell on wheels. I mean,
No, I got nothing but love for TJ. I love JJ. You know, and that's the thing. For me being a Cleveland fan, it's like, oh, you're supposed to hate Pittsburgh. I really don't hate Pittsburgh. I can respect a lot. I mean, I respect the franchise. I like a lot of the players on the team. There's really only two teams in the NFL that I absolutely hate, and that's Baltimore and Denver. But Cincinnati, we've been trying to give them to Kentucky for years. Kentucky,
Baltimore, I can't stand.
I hate Baltimore. I hate them with passion.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't have hate for Baltimore just because they're rivals of Pittsburgh. I have hate because of how their fans act.
I don't like their fans. I don't like the fact that Art Modell is a sleazy son of a bitch, and if I ever decide to step foot in that disgusting city called Baltimore, the first thing I'll do is go piss on his grave.
I think so. My dad, so he went to a Pittsburgh Steelers and Titans game, and it was when Lindell White was their running back, and my dad said he would never go back because the Titans acted so just disgustingly terrible. Like they were taking the Steeler towels, and he took one, he wiped his ass with it and stomped it and did all that shit. And the fans were out there just throwing eggs at Steeler fans' cars and breaking their windows. It was on. It's just like, bro, like it's a game, okay?
Yes.
It's a fucking game. We don't have to sit there and go to that extent. Like, get it? You like your team? That's cool.
Yeah,
but like we're just here to have a good time and watch our teams. Like, you don't have to go to the extent of, oh yeah, let's go break someone else's car because they have an emblem on their car.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like, it's too serious at the moment. That's why I kind of relate it to like playing a video game, like when I was talking about those little kids, like you'll score them, like they be like, man, fuck you, I beat your ass. I'm like, bro, you really that pressed over a game? Like, my God, where's your parents at? You know, I'm gonna call your mom and tell her to come in there and beat your ass just for. There was one dude I was watching a live stream, man. He was funny as hell. I was rolling because this little kid was just talking mad trash. I mean, just saying he'd beat his ass. He would F his baby mama, all this shit. And dude said, I'm going to come in and get your mama. I'm going to call your mama right now and tell her to put a belt to your ass. This belt to ass is for you. Your mama heard you. She'd put you to bed real quick.
So, some of them kids do it, man. I play Call of Duty a lot, and I actually had to get to the point where I just mute the lobbies.
Yeah.
I only talk to people if I'm in parties with them because
it gets annoying.
I can't take these little kids, man. And I don't know why everybody and their fucking mama thinks that everybody wants to hear your shitty fucking music. And it's playing so loud that the bass is distorting your mic, and it sounds like you're sitting right next to a freaking fan as well. It's just like nobody wants to hear that shit. You know,
insane. It's insane. Like, I don't know if you ever played 2K, NBA, but man, you be on there and you don't shoot not once. Okay, they don't pass you the ball. It's just two people passing it back and forth to each other. So you're running threes, and you're sitting there, you're playing, and they're just like passing back and forth, and they're like, "Man, you suck, bro. Bro, I didn't touch the ball. I didn't even shoot. And the one time I shot, I got blocked. Okay, my fault. But you went 3 for 8 on these shots. Like, I suck. I'm terrible." So like, I pissed off one dude so bad, like because we could have. So I was. Matter of fact, it was last night. We're playing. I was playing the game, and this dude was sitting there just talking mad trash. I mean, like, yeah, I'm about to do in this whole team, and the dude was getting blocked and missed all these shots. And I finally took the ball. I was like, man, let me see it. And he finally passed it to me on accident. He's like, man, I didn't mean to pass it. I went in there, scored. And I was like, see what happens? Every time I get the ball, I either pass it to an open player or I score. He said, man, cute. So he started what he would do was the inbound. He would throw it just away. He's like, I'm throwing this game. I was like, bro, like, really, dog? Like, get off the court. Like, there's no sense in even being here.
Yeah, like, why are you even here? You're making things so unnecessary. Now, that's, you know, I love, I'll get into a Call of Duty lobby. I'll put up like 50, 60, 70 kills. And somebody at the bottom of the barrel with 5 kills will be like, you're trash, bro. And I'm like, are we looking at the same stats here? Like, we only won because I carried the team. Like, what's going on? Why are you coming at me sideways? Like,
It's wild. It's wild because like I'll be like dunking and scoring on people, and they be like, "Man, you suck." I'm like, bro, like I literally put 12 points on your head, bro. Like, let's be honest. Like, who sucks? Just because you got 6 points over me doesn't mean that you're better than me. Because at the end of the day, it's wild, and I'll say this till the day they put me in the dirt. Internet muscles are a thing, and people think they're the most badass people over the internet. I've had multiple people, and finally, I ran into one, and it was so funny. This dude was sitting there, and he called my mom a hoe. That's what he did. He was sitting there talking shit, and he lived in Nashville, Tennessee. Granted, I was on Broadway that night, and he bumped into me. It was like it was just meant to happen. He bumped into me, and I looked at him. I knew his face. And I took that man, I put him up against the wall. I said, "Listen," I said, "I'm gonna tell you this." I said, "You're not in the internet now." I said, "You want me to beat your ass? You want me to let you go?" And bro, he quivered, he shook, he got so scared, and he finally just went. He said, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone." But that's just the thing. Like a lot of people think it's so funny just to go talk over a game, or "I'll beat your ass," or on the internet you'll see the comments, "Man, I whooped this dude." It's just like, bro, like, and you go look at the profile, it's like some nerd that freaking plays Fortnite in their mom's basement. It's like, really, dude? Like, seriously?
Keyboard tough guys, man. It's when I was growing up, go back, get off my lawn moment. When I was growing up, we had to do our shit talking face to face.
Yeah.
So there was a high chance you were gonna get punched in the mouth. You know?
Yeah, now they just can't do that because people got guns. It's always got to pull a gun out.
Now they're like, all I gotta do is a little clickety clack on the old keyboard here, and yeah, like come on, dude. Years ago, I used to be on Periscope, and when I first started doing streaming and broadcasting, whatever you want to call it, and I had some clown like, "Oh, you in my neighborhood? I know right where you live." I was like, "Okay, well, garage." I always did my live streams in my garage, and I had my garage door open at all times. I was like, "Oh, if you know where I live, you know the garage door is open. Come on over." I mean, shit, like
that's just the thing. Like when you press them, so it's so funny because they'll be talking mad shit, and then when you press them, like, "Yeah, we're pull up, what up? I'm waiting." I had one dude say, "Meet me at Walmart," and I pulled up to Walmart because he said some disrespectful ass shit. I pulled up at Walmart, and I was like, I sent him a picture. I said, "Where you at?" He said, "Well, you're really there?" I was like, "Yeah, bro. You talking all that shit like you gonna come whoop my ass? Come do it. I'm here.
I'm right here."
I'm one of those people. I tell everybody, like, I'm not a mean person. I don't like, I'm not all about that acting hard shit. I'm not gonna sit there and talk shit on the internet. If you really want to get down, I'm in Kentucky. We got a whole big ass front yard. We can throw it down. No one's got to call the cops. Whoever gets their ass will get their ass whooped. Like, that's how it is. So at the end of the day, it's like, don't talk shit on the internet. Just don't do it, because one of these days you're gonna talk shit to the wrong person. They're gonna leak your IP and find your ass, and it's gonna be
man. That just happened not too long ago. Dude got mad about a game and flew from New York down to freaking Florida and beat some dude with a freaking hammer, man. Like, what over a damn video game?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It always be the people that it's really just one of those shit stirring. I'm gonna stir the pot. I want to see how bad I can piss this person off. And you piss off the wrong person, and man, does it come back tenfold. It really does.
In this day and age, it ain't nothing to do a real quick internet search and find out where people are, man. Early stages of us starting the podcast, man. People will come there and talk crazy and be like, "Dude, it's not gonna be that hard. Let me hold on." Oh, I know where that is. That's a quick freaking 2 hour, 3 hour drive. You really want to keep talking that crazy? Like, damn, man, it ain't that serious. If you don't like it, just scroll.
Yep.
Life ain't that damn serious. Just scroll past it if you don't like it. Not in today's world, man. I'm too old. I'm too old for that nonsense.
Me. I'm 26. I'm about tired of it. I feel like I'm 80.
Yeah. I got bills and I got kids and I got too much to lose over an argument online with somebody that I don't even know at the end of the day.
That's why at the end of the day, man, I just laugh. I was like, yeah, okay. Like, and then they'll get all their talking out, and then they'll just say, you suck. I'm like, I would wait until I know the game's gonna come. I'm like, bitch, fuck you. And that's it. That's all they get. They can't talk to me no more because they don't have my
Yeah.
I'm like, this is third pod because they were hoping I'd talk shit back. No. I'm just gonna I get the final word.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done that quite a few times in a like Call of Duty lobby right before the lobby change. If you ain't a bitch anyway.
Your mama a hoe. Boom, go.
Yeah. Shit, man. That's what they try to find you and send you a friend request.
Oh man, they send me. I love when people text me like, "You suck." I'm like, man. I'm like, oh, thank you, honey. They'll be like, oh no, G, no.
Yeah,
that's what I do, man. I love doing that. I love when like a troll. So anytime I try to get trolled on TikTok, I just be like, you gonna come in here and troll me when I'm live with all my supporters in here? Think it's gonna work out for you?
Yeah,
man. It never. I don't even have to say nothing. All my supporters are already on their ass. Like, dude,
like,
it's so funny.
What did you hope to accomplish here? You know.
Yeah. Come on and say, man, you need to stop. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I need to stop, but damn, my views say otherwise. It's so easy, bro. It's like jealousy is so bad nowadays. It's like, bro, like I'm nobody. You know, I live in a trailer. We are just people. We are nobodies. Like we're just like you. We bleed red just like you. There's no difference between us. There's no reason to be jealous of anything.
Well, yeah, we're just having fun here, man. We're just having a good time. It ain't that serious, you know. That's what I tell people. I used to tell people all the time. Now, granted, I think, knock on wood, I think most of the quote unquote trolls have learned their lesson when they come in here, because if one of us aren't jumping on their shit, usually somebody in the chat's jumping on their shit. But it's just like, why are you so? I mean, you could do the same thing we're doing. Instead of being an asshole, turn your fucking camera on and do the same thing, man. We're just
I'm so sorry that you were too lazy to go and chase your dreams. I apologize.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you just didn't have the nerve to do it. So now you got to come bash me because I'm chasing my dreams and people like it. And you're mad because you didn't do it. Like, get over yourself.
It takes so much more energy to hate and be jealous rather than to just come in and chill and vibe and support somebody. It's like, I don't know. I've never quite understood it because I ain't really never been one to go online and hate on somebody. I'll go online and fuck around with somebody, like joke around, have a good time, but I ain't never really been one to hate on anybody. There's only been a couple people on TikTok that I've ever really actually hated on, but they kind of had that coming. They brought it on themselves. Yeah, like you'll pop into one of my lives and say something stupid.
It takes $0 to be a good person. Zero.
Yeah.
That's the main quote of the day. It takes $0 to be a good person. If you go on there and you're just, I'm one of those nice people. Like you come in and be like, "What's up?" I'm always gonna respond. Like, "How you doing?" Now people be bashing me because I don't respond on videos. That's because I'm not. Half the time I'm done posting, I'm off social media. I do not want to be back on it. I'm. It's one of those things that goes back to I can't catch a break and I don't want to be on it. Unless I'm looking at something that's interesting and I like it. Most of the time I'm on YouTube looking at Pittsburgh Steelers camp or just silly ass videos. So I mean that's really where I'm on the game. I don't want to be on social media. I really just don't.
Well, not only that, but once your following grows so big, it's hard to keep up with it. I can only imagine what your notifications are like.
It stays at 99. 99 points.
I believe it because I know, and granted, we're nowhere near that, but I know some days I something will catch fire or something one of us say or do or whatever, and it's just like I don't want to be rude, but I can't keep up with it. I can't. What do you want me to comment? Thank you 400 times. Like. Hey man, I dropped a like on it. Give me some credit.
Yeah, bro, it's insane. Like, people like I followed you. Okay, well, so did 50,000 other people follow me at that same moment. I can't go back and find your follower. That's why I tell anyone like, if you follow me, let me just search your account. I can follow you back. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be able to go through all the followers I got and then be like, there he is. Because it's not gonna be like that. It'll take me freaking a year to find your damn profile because you followed me. Like, just send me your damn tag and I'll follow you back. It's not that hard.
Yeah, like there's times where I was like, I mean, I know some of the people I follow are bigger people or whatnot. It's like, I don't expect to follow back all the time. And if somebody does hit me with a follow back when I follow, I'm like, oh, cool, man. That's awesome. Appreciate you. You know, if you don't follow me back, don't follow me back. I'm following. I like your content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking to the same guy that didn't even know Lainey Wilson followed him before I even did anything with her. She followed me on TikTok, but I didn't even know it. So, like, if that tells you anything that I didn't notice that Lainey Wilson followed me, then that should tell you right then and there, like, don't really pay attention to, or go through all my followers. I just don't. I don't. And if I followed 1.4 million followers back, it would be absolutely crashed because TikTok would freeze up on me so bad.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes somebody will comment and I'll go, oh, they're following me. Let me, I'll look at their content and be like, oh, let me throw them a follow back. That's cool.
That's the main thing. Like with me, we do live streams and we'll do battles or people throw gifts and I'll sing a song or something like that. And if you even if you throw rose, I'm gonna follow you back. Like, because I know that's money out of your pocket. Like, yeah, I'm gonna follow you. I appreciate your support. So that's really the main reason why I think a lot of people come to my live and they'll throw a rose or something like that to get a follow, which is fine, But if I know you personally, then I'm gonna follow you. People get mad. Oh, well, you didn't follow me. Yeah, because I didn't know you for 10 years. You're a newcomer. I didn't know you.
Yeah, right. That's the other thing. Like some kind of validation. Like, oh, you know who follows me? Okay. I mean, I guess that's cool, but I mean, they might follow you, but do they interact with you? You guys like,
exactly.
Like, what? Are you all of a sudden best friends?
Yeah, do you have their phone number? Are you calling them on the daily?
Did I miss the rules of following and following? Because if so, I'm screwed because I got to get back on the ball. Apparently, I got to go get a lot of phone numbers and start.
I love the people be like, yeah, man, I'm in my mansion right now. You go to the page, it's a trailer park.
Yeah.
You don't have to flex. There's nothing to flex about. I don't sit there and flex a Corvette knowing I don't drive a Corvette. I drive a 2016 Acura. Like, there is no flex. Mm-hmm. No flexing. You can't flex on the air because soon enough, someone's going to spot you out in the open. They're like,
Yeah. I'm a regular guy. I'm a dad. I got 3 kids, I live in a condo and I drive an Equinox. Like,
There's no flex. There's zero flex.
Flashiest thing about me is probably my football jersey collection, or my jersey collection in general, because, I've got a lot of different, and most of my football jerseys are Cleveland Browns, but I've got some from I've got Mox and Billy Bob and Tweeter from Varsity Blues, and I've got a couple.
Rally. That's my favorite. That's my favorite movie of all time.
That's one of my favorite movies, and I tell everybody when they're like, "What was it like playing football in a small town?" I was like, "This movie was my high school football team. Like, legit, we were going to the bar at 16 because we had 2 bars in our small little town, and we could go to either one of them because they all knew we played football."
Oh man, Varsity Blues is a hell of a show. My dad introduced me to that show, man, and I was like, man, that's one of the best football movies of all time. And I have to say this would be The Rock. I think it was called Gridiron Gang. With the Mustangs. Facing the Giants, which is about the good Lord, which is an awesome, awesome movie. Remember the Titans. Mm-hmm. And Varsity Blues. Oh, yeah. Top. Yeah, top
Remember the Titans is always up there for me. Varsity Blues. Any Given Sunday, I loved. The Longest Yard, both the original and the remake.
Longest Yard is a good one. That'd be top 5. I would say those top 5 right there.
Yeah, I even throw, just for an honorable mention, I'll throw The Replacements in there with Keanu Reeves. That was such a goofy, fun movie that it's an honorable mention. I'll put it in there. It's not in my top 5, but it's an honorable mention.
You need to watch if you haven't seen. You need to watch Facing the Giants. Very
Which
good.
one is it?
Facing the Giants. It's a very beautiful movie.
I don't know if I've seen that or not.
It's about the husband and girl. They're sitting there and they're like he's coaching a football team and they're struggling, like, and he finds God, and the girl can't have a kid, and then like they go by, their whole football team's led by God, you know, doing Bible studies and all that, and they end up winning the championship. They've had a losing streak the past like 15 years, and his girl can't have a kid, like they've been trying for years. And then at the end of the movie, they win the championship, and the wife has a baby. She's pregnant.
I think I've seen clips of that, like on YouTube or something. Like
It's a-
shorts.
It's a beautiful movie, man. You need to watch it. I totally think a lot of people need to watch that movie. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to see if I can find it and check it out, because I think I've seen like shorts from it, and then I hate it because I watch a short and it's like, oh man, what happens next? And then I spend an hour trying to find, and it's like, and then nobody could drop a damn title of a movie in the comments to save their lives. Like, if you're gonna put a clip up, at least put it in the title what it is, so that
I hate that. I hate when TikTok does that. They post a really good ass clip of a movie, and I was like, man, I need to find this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. We can't find the title of it, so how am I gonna freaking find it? So they're sitting there posting like what they said, like the scene of such and such said this, and then nothing pops up. It's like, okay, like I'm done. I'm done looking for this.
Yeah, I'm done with the internet today.
Yeah.
Now y'all aggravated me and I'm upset.
Yeah, bro. It's like, all right, yeah. I'm turning the shit off. I'm gonna go play my game now.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go play Call of Duty.
Yeah. 2K's calling my name.
Right. I used to play 2K. I get so aggravated and frustrated with that game. And I try to play video games to relax and calm down. So it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna play a game that's gonna work my nerves.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I really do. Probably gonna download. I tell myself every year, like, I'm not gonna get the new game, and it comes out. Damn, that looks badass. I'm getting it now. It's gonna.
Yeah.
I have not downloaded the college game yet. I've not. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I have not gotten it.
Yeah, I do the same thing with Madden every year. I don't even really play Madden much anymore, but I still download. I got Xbox, the Ultimate Game Pass or whatever it is. So I'll wait a couple months after it comes out and get the game for free. But I still download it every year, and then I'll play a few times, and then it'll sit there until the next year comes around.
You can't stop yourself, man. And it's really just the same game with maybe an upload of different graphics. That's all it is.
Yeah, a little bit different graphics, but
no, same game, same game. Maybe a different shot or a kicking meter. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I've been playing Madden since it very first came out. I've bought Madden every year since the first year it came out. So it's just like, it's kind of a ritual, you know, like, Madden 25's out. I got to get it. I'll play it a few times, you know. Maybe a buddy of mine will have it and be like, yo, let's play. And all right, let's do a game.
I seen a Facebook post where it said my girl just got me the new game Madden 25, and it's got it below. It says Madden 25th anniversary. Got Barry Sanders as the cover. It's freaking hilarious. She said, I got you the new game. And it's Madden 25th anniversary. That's freaking funny.
Yeah.
I play some off the wall. Like a lot of people don't realize. Like I play Madden. I play WWE 2K. A lot of people don't know that I like wrestling. I do, and I watched it as a kid, and it's so cool to see that they're actually going back to what they used to do. You know, because
I've been a fan my whole life. My son just turned 11. In the last couple of years, he's been really getting into it, and we play. We've got wrestling on both Xboxes, so he plays a lot. Sometimes when I can get in there, we'll play together, and we watch wrestling every week together.
Yeah.
You know, when he's not here, when he's with his mom, we wait, and then when he comes back, the first thing that we do is watch Raw and SmackDown from the previous week. And then we actually just last week, I guess it's been a little over a week ago, about a week and a half ago, last Sunday, we started his own wrestling show. So he has his own wrestling podcast now.
I seen that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we started out with SummerSlam picks. He was a little nervous, but he was super excited about it because that's the one thing him and I, that's our thing is wrestling. And
that's the cool thing is like wrestling going back to what it used to be. The PG era was shit. Let's be honest. Wrestling was at an all-time low. And now that Triple H is taking over and doing what he's doing, I mean, he's not missed it. I mean, he's not missed. I mean, everything's been a banger. Even the bring back of Roman Reigns was an absolute banger. Even though I'm old enough to this is definitely prediction wise. You already know what's gonna happen. Like it's obvious, but he's doing so much. The storytelling is phenomenal now. The story writers, I mean, the people writing the stories are phenomenal. The Bloodline was a hit. And still able to carry on is wild because back in 2020 during COVID, they couldn't carry a story for shit. They really couldn't.
Nah, man. They were the storylines were ass. And I understand, going through the whole COVID thing and trying to figure out what to do, how exactly to do it, and how exactly to get the wrestlers to be able to be there, and blah blah blah. But yeah, no, I love Triple H being in charge now. What he's doing, it's so much fun, and it's funny because my son's diving into the archives on YouTube and watching like all these old school matches, and he'll come to me and he'll be like, "Dad, do you remember when Stone Cold drove the beer truck?" And I'm like, "Do I remember?" I said, "I got a goddamn Smoking Skull full-size replica belt. I remember everything Stone Cold did. That was my guy back in the day, man."
That's the thing, like they're cutting, and especially I think when it goes to Netflix, it's so funny because they're already throwing in like moments where just in SummerSlam recently, Michael Cole said, "You two-timing son of a bitch" on commentary.
Yeah,
and it's like it's so cool because I guess when they brought Pat McAfee in, I don't know if he gave him a boost to just be like really get down with it, but man, when they brought Pat McAfee in as a commentary, it lifted commentary. Commentary was more and more just amazing. And I know everyone's gonna hate me saying this, but I think Logan Paul, man. I mean, Logan Paul really.
Love the kid or hate the kid. I'll tell you what, when he came in, man, he's great on the mic. He's a fucking highlight reel.
Yeah.
You can't deny the talent and that's there. I mean, the kid is good, and you want to, I know a lot of people want to hate him. But if you're a wrestling fan, you really can't be mad at the kid because he's absolutely killing it.
That's just like Jake Paul. A lot of people hate on Jake Paul for boxing, but fuck, I mean, you can't say this man can't fight.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I mean, granted, yes, he fought MMA fighters, but damn, you think if MMA fighters ain't got no type of fighting style?
Yeah,
they can fight. They can fight. I mean, let's be honest. They're not no pushover. I mean, I can't get in the ring with them and get a knockout for them. They don't let my ass out. So it's like you can't really hate. I mean, and then people like fight a boxer. Okay, well, he fought Tommy Fury. He fought a boxer. Yeah, he lost, but he still proved to y'all that he can hang with the big dog.
Yeah, no, I want to see him get more boxers in there. I want to see
that Canelo. He called it Canelo. I mean, it's just like, bro, let's just make it obvious, bro. Like, a man can fight. It's like a lot of people want to hit on the Paul brothers because they started doing big things, doing what I'm doing now, and that's social media. And a lot of people hate on that. But at the end of the day, it's like they're proving you wrong. Logan Paul is an absolute highlight reel of WWE.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is crazy.
He's phenomenal, bro. He is, and a lot of people don't realize, like, oh, wrestling's fake. Yes, to a certain extent it is. But to a certain extent, when you hitting a damn mat about that thin with plywood underneath, that shit don't feel good.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. Let's see you get in the ring, jump over the ropes, jump up, tippy toe the rope, and do a backflip to the outside of the ring and not kill yourself.
Yeah. It's insane, bro. It's like people don't realize. It's insane to me how people are like, oh, that ain't nothing. It's like, okay, well, you go do it. You go do it and tell me how it feels. Let's just see you do it and see if you don't wake up with a sore back. Because that shit takes. I mean, they're trained professionals, man. I mean, Jeff Hardy is damn near crippled for what he did. You know, it honestly does take a wear and tear. Look at Hulk Hogan. Man can barely walk because his back. Kevin Nash damn near paralyzed from the leg down because of his knees. It's real, man. I mean, that shit really does take a toll on your body because that ring isn't soft. It's not soft. It ain't soft.
No. And when you're taking the bumps outside the ring, or
Oh,
you
God.
know,
That's a gym
going
mat.
through
It's a gym mat on
or-
concrete.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, yeah, it's scripted. It's entertainment, but don't take the athleticism away from the guys. These are trained athletes, that perform and go in the ring and do these things. I mean, don't take it lightly because I'm not.
People died on it, man. I mean, shit can go wrong. I mean, look at Rey Mysterio accidentally killed someone doing a drop kick. People have died doing it. So at the end of the day, and there are real moments like that shit on camera. Like freaking, for instance, Drew McIntyre got kicked in the face by Jey Uso for real. I mean, it's just like, yes, my favorite wrestler is Rey Mysterio. That's because he's a little dog. And it's always been my thing. It'd be my top 10. Well, I got to tell you, my favorite wrestlers right now would have to be Jey Uso and LA Knight. I think they're just.
I like LA Knight a lot.
Oh man, I feel like they're trying to image him into the next Stone Cold. I really do.
They are, and it's kind of like Austin Theory. They're trying to portray him as John Cena 2.0.
Yeah, but they're not using him, man. He's so good. I mean, he's so good. They were trying to make Kevin Nash into Stone Cold, but he couldn't carry the persona. Yeah. And LA Knight is just doing it. I mean, he's great on the mic. He's great at talking shit. He's great at wrestling. I mean, he's doing it all. So I really am not looking forward to the John Cena farewell tour. I'm not. I just don't.
I'm not either. He's been around so long. He's been a big part of that. He was that big part of that transition from the Attitude Era into the Ruthless Aggression, and he's been such a mainstay for so long. Even for me, I was still younger when he came into wrestling, and it was just like, and my kids grew up with him. All my kids grew up with him. But now we'll have to have you come up on the wrestling show and
for sure
and talk some wrestling with us, and maybe we can do like a little list of our top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time or something like that. I think that'll be a really cool thing to do.
I did wrestling now. It's actually entertaining. Like I tell you, I stopped watching wrestling during 2020 and 2021. It was just terrible. It was garbage. And I took a break. Recently dove back into it.
Yeah, I took a break and I just got back into it probably in the last 2.5 years. I started about time my son really started getting into it. I started getting back into it just because it was so bad, and I couldn't do it. I tried, and I couldn't do it. So I was like, I'm going to step away from it. And I grew up watching wrestling, so. But holy shit, I didn't realize the time. Holy shit. But no, I think it'd be really cool if you got the time and you would like to do it. I think it'd be really cool, and my son would probably get a kick out of it too to have someone come up and talk wrestling with him and
for sure.
do some stuff like that. Before we jump out of here, I'm gonna play your music. I'm gonna play this one last song I've been holding on to tonight. But if you can hang out throughout the song, one of the things I like to do on the show is before we get out of here, just anything like any quotes or something that you like to say, or anything you want to say to leave the people with before we get out of here.
My main thing with social media and everything I do is just not giving up. There's gonna be rough days. There's gonna be days where you want to give up, and I've had them, my fair share of them. I struggle with a lot of that, and I have my dad, my mom, my wife to push me through it. But it's really just, your dreams are achievable, and don't let no one tell you can't do shit, because at the end of the day, the only person that can stop you is yourself. And that's just being real. Make sure you stay tuned. This Saturday, we are shooting the Country with Some Seasoning music video. It also drops this Saturday, August 10th. It will be live on every platform. Make sure you go check it out. It's one of those ones that for all those people who think they're country because they wear Wrangler jeans and cowboy boots and listen to Morgan Wallen. That's for y'all. That's y'all's music.
Right.
Other than that, keep chasing dreams. Don't ever give up. And as always, it's peace, love, and positivity. He's about to play the wedding song of 2023. Was written by me at 2:00 a.m. and my dad also had a hand in it. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on here and hanging out with you, hanging out for a little bit, man. Super cool hanging out with you. I didn't know what to expect. I'll be 100% honest with you. But you're super cool, man. You're a really cool kid. I say kid, I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Nah, you good, bro. I love it. Listen, I like to be young.
But I'm gonna enjoy watching this journey. Obviously, when the new song hits, it's gonna be on the network, and you're welcome anytime. You're officially a part of the Nonsensical family. You're welcomed anytime. Like I said, I'll be in touch with you. I think it'd be really cool to have you come up and talk some wrestling.
Let's do it.
And maybe we can do like a top 10 favorites or something like that. I don't know. My son has like 900 million ideas. He's like, but no, best of luck to you, man. Look forward to watching you blow up doing this music thing. And, thanks again for coming on. Guys, if you're not already, go ahead and is all your social media, hey, it's Darren.
So so Darion Ahonen is my Spotify.
Okay, there you go.
Darren Ahonen is my Instagram. Not all my stuff. So don't follow Hey It's Darren on Instagram. It got hacked. Just follow Darion Ahonen. Also, my Facebook is Darion Ahonen too. So Hey It's Darren is the only one that I have as TikTok because I actually didn't get hacked on there.
Yeah.
All my other ones got hacked. So just make sure you follow the right ones. If you want my social media, you can go to my TikTok. It's all linked there. All you gotta do is post. I also have merch out. So if y'all want merch, I do have merch available for She's the One. Can't Find the Road to Heaven. When You Saved Me, it's all out. I wish I had a shirt beside me, but I don't.
Nice.
But go check it out. It's also in my wife's bio. All you gotta do is go to her TikTok, click the link. It'll be under She Shed, and you can get you some merch. Totally encourage y'all. We got Throw 'em on Back merch coming out soon, and we got Country with Some Season that y'all will see in the video. So
yeah, lots of stuff going on. Where was that tea spilling? Letting us know you had merch, Brittany. You dropped the ball.
says Darren Ahonen, nothing too flashy. It's just a very simple shirt.
Nice. I like that. That's cool.
So
nice.
shout out to the wife for coming in and saving the day there.
Nice. Yeah, and if you guys have any problems finding them, and you're following us already, I tag him in anything that has to do with him being here or being a part of the doing something on the network. So you can also find him there. You can also find us everywhere at the Nonsensical Network, or simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. I'm gonna play this song and we're gonna get the flock out of here.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay.
Listen, for anyone that's watching this and knows me, check him out. Okay, follow Nonsensical Network. All right, we ain't got time to be saying you should. No, go do it. Man. This man is great. They make you feel like you're at home. I will be talking to a bunch of my other artists I work with and see. I know Todd March. He probably will do it. I'll see Kingery and get you a couple other people. But I'll shoot you my number on Instagram for sure.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, absolutely. Send them my way. We'll get them on there. That's one thing I try to pride myself in. I don't want this to be a stuffy, boring interview. Obviously, we're going to ask questions people want to know. When did you get started? What are you doing? What's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. But also, it's a hangout, man. We're just going to hang out for a little bit, shoot the shit. And, we went a little over tonight. Usually the show's only about 2 hours. But again, get to talking and bullshitting and lose all track of time.
Who cares about time? No, I'm playing.
Yeah, exactly. But no, appreciate you guys for listening, replay viewers. If you're not already, check us all out. And oh god, I gotta find it. There it is. When You Saved Me. This is a personal favorite of mine. I really like this one. So I saved the best for last. Maybe.
Possible.
Oh, I've done a lot of wrong trying to do right. Dark spots in my head, hoping to see the light. Depression inside me has always been my hardest fight. I wish I could go back and fix the mistakes I made. Be the man my parents tried so hard to raise. Walking out on good friends, knowing I should have stayed. Take all the pain and all the bad memories, help me find the side of life I couldn't see. Need your love and all your precious glory. Try to wake up every day believing I'm okay. Stressing over little things, wishing they would go away. Feeling of being a failure seems just to be another day. Lord, I hope you hear me talking to you. Trying to be right, please show me what to do. Know you have a plan and I'm trying to see it through. Take all the pain and all the bad memories, help me find the side of life I couldn't see. Need your love and all your precious glory. Why does life have to be so hard? I still feel like I'm falling apart. Take all the pain and all the bad memories, help me find the side of life I couldn't see. I need your love and all your precious glory.
Yeah. Good stuff right there. And you guys already go follow him on TikTok and you probably get to hang out with your wives some more.
10:30.
So, we appreciate y'all being here tonight. Darren, much love to you, man. Best of luck. Look forward to hanging out with you again down the road. And if you happen to get up this way in Ohio, I'll do my damnedest to come and see you at a show as well.
Let's do it.
So appreciate y'all listening. We'll see you. Tune in tomorrow night here on the network. What is today? Tuesday. Tomorrow night is What the Fuck News. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, we're going to talk about it. We'll see y'all guys next Tuesday with a brand new Glick's House of Music.